Star Wars used to be one of the most beloved franchises in all of entertainment, but that all changed when the twisted mind of George Lucas was left unsupervised and unchecked by a medical professional, and he was able to army crawl himself away from Arkham Asylum and onto a chair in front of a pen and paper and write the prequels. Now let me just get this on the table right now. I know episodes 1 through 3 of Star Wars are objectively awful movies from pretty much any perspective you can spin on them. But tell that to my penis that still gets hard with a nostalgia boner every time I rewatch one or see one on TV. There's something special about the charm of those movies, and it's probably just how old I was when I saw them that it still holds a special place in my heart. But they are shitty movies, and that is where Star Wars goodwill kind of died. And you know the story from there. Disney digs up the grave of Star Wars and Mickey Mouse forces it to dance like a twisted puppeteer. They got off to a good start with Force Awakens. I thought that was pretty solid, but everything from there has just been an absolute asshole fire. Just pure, putrid, awful abominations from Disney Star Wars movies. But Star Wars has been dead long before Disney started fucking it, so what Disney's doing to Star Wars is just necrophilia. What I want to focus on today, though, is the story about Jake Lloyd, the child actor who portrayed Anakin Skywalker in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This is a very interesting story about how George Lucas not only ruined a beloved franchise, but ruined a 10-year-old's entire life. Jake Lloyd was dealt a bad hand as a result of that movie. A little background on Mr. Lloyd. His parents were in the entertainment industry, so they knew their way around the field, and he wanted to get into it, so he landed some small roles in television shows and a few movies. Had a big breakthrough with Jingle All the Way with Arnold, which is a Christmas classic, and then his big breakthrough should have been Anakin Skywalker in Phantom Menace. That kind of role with that kind of power with Star Wars coming back with the prequel was absolutely fucking massive and should have catapulted his career, but all it did was catapult him into depression. The movie was a stinker. You all know the story. No one really liked The Phantom Menace, even at the time. It's not something people look back on and now shit on. Even at the time, people were actively dropping trousers and putting a fat asshole on the movie, calling it bad. And most of the blame was shouldered by Jake Lloyd's character, thus Jake Lloyd himself. So as a 10-year-old kid, that's how old he was when he played Anakin Skywalker, he had neckbeard greaseballs attacking him on all fronts of the internet, because they blamed him for ruining Star Wars, instead of the blame falling on the rightful shoulders, which should have been George Lucas, or Jar Jar Binks, who Jar Jar did catch a lot of shit, obviously, but for some reason, it was almost all targeted at Jake Lloyd's character and his portrayal of the character. This is a thing I've talked about in recent times. People seem to blame the actors when the character is bad, or if the acting is shitty, but that is 100% on the shoulders of both the writer and the director. The writers write these characters, so if they're a shitty written character, that's not the actor's fault. They're working with the ninth graders' homework that they were given for their script. If the character's acting is bad, that's the director's fault because they weren't leading them properly. It's not like the acting just became bad as a result of the editing or what happened. If the acting is shitty, it's because it was shitty when it was filmed, which means the director should have done another take until they got it right. I don't think that kind of blame should ever fall on the actor for their portrayal of a character, but that's exactly what happened here to a 10-year-old. And Jake Lloyd himself said not only was getting shit on by these adults on the internet a contributing factor to his depression and a lot of the bad shit he went through, the children at school would bully him for being Anakin Skywalker, which is fucking baffling to me.
Part of my life for the last 10 years. Yeah.
Is it something
High
like
school is... they wouldn't let it go, so...
It's just such a weird thing to insult someone for. Oh, what a fucking loser. You were in one of the biggest movies of all time as the lead character. What a dweeb. You'll never be successful like that. I'm gonna go back to eating glue and huffing Sharpie fumes like a real alpha 5th grader. It's just a weird target for bullying and really unfortunate for Jake, because that's something that even if the movie was bad, you should still be very proud of. I know I certainly would be. Like, if I had a lead role in The Room or an equally acclaimed awful fucking movie, I wouldn't let people forget I was in that shit. I love that kind of shit. I fucking brag about being in a voice acting role for a cameo character in a game that sold 8 copies on Steam. You wouldn't want to see me as a lead role in fucking Star Wars or something like that. It's just a shame what happened to Jake there, both from adults and in his school environment. Also, George Lucas had him working like a fucking sweatshop worker. Jake Lloyd said he was doing up to 60 interviews a day for Star Wars, which is just an unbelievable number. I can't even believe that shit. I don't know who could even stand that as an adult, let alone a 10-year-old kid. But even still, I understand Star Wars fans aren't the most intellectually enlightened. They're no Rick and Morty fans when it comes to intelligence, IQ, and that kind of supreme being intellect. But I don't know why they'd still blame the child instead of a more obvious blemish on Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, who did shoulder a lot of shit, but not near to the extent that Jake Lloyd's character did. I mean, Jar Jar Binks, for God's sakes, his whole contribution to the movie was always, Misa make white pee-pee when Misa see you, Natalie Portman. Like, how can that not be the most glaring issue of the fucking prequels? I don't know how it'd be on Anakin Skywalker, who's just playing a fucking kid who likes pod racing and has a midichlorian count in the 9 figures. It's just a stupid fucking fans targeting the wrong fantasy characters if they really want to get into this like limp-dicked fantasy where these characters are real and the movie is ruined because of these characters and not George Lucas's batshit awful writing. But so moving on from there, Jake Lloyd quits acting at the age of 15. He develops a phobia of cameras because of all the bullying and the ridicule in the interviews, and he no longer ever wants to be filmed. He still does some voice acting for Anakin in the Star Wars video games that come out for the next couple of years, but altogether quits that around 2005, 2006, I believe. And then from there, it's even more downhill. He did a few appearances at some Comic Cons in 2012 and before, but it was always out of obligation and just wanting a quick little buck to show up. Nothing wrong with that, but he'd always get questions about being Anakin Skywalker, which he very clearly hated. The interviews are really hard to watch. He's very uncomfortable, always dismissive, seems confrontational, as if bringing up Anakin Skywalker is like the Winter Soldier's trigger word, and he just goes into this zone where he hates being associated with that, and that's the saddest thing. I really can't help but feel super bad for Jake. He stops going to Comic Cons and conventions and public appearances in around 2013, and then in 2015 he hits rock bottom where he gets into a physical confrontation with his mother and then engages in a high-speed GTA police pursuit across a few counties with the police. There's footage of it, and it's a pretty fucking wild chase. He loses his tire and runs on the bare rims and then does like this fucking gnarly spin out into a fence. It was wild shit. And then, of course, pod racing jokes were the easy ones to make. So we got Star Wars joked on even for something like that. Unfortunately, Jake Lloyd's entire life revolved around his character of Anakin and the negative connotations surrounding it. Thus, Jake Lloyd was never able to have a normal or enjoyable childhood or teenage years, all because of the ridicule he'd constantly be subjected to for his one role in one big movie that George Lucas really fucked him with. And it's such a sad story because maybe Jake could have been a massive successful actor. Maybe the prequels could have been good in some multiverse out there. There's really no telling. All we know for sure is that Anakin Skywalker ruined Jake Lloyd's life. This is Star Wars Episode 1, the first Skywalker's last acting gig.
I think everyone's going to think it's a great film because it is an amazing film. You saw it last night. It was amazing. And it's really a nice, it's very nice film.
Now I should mention, after the fact with the high-speed chase and Jake Lloyd's arrest, it's important to talk about why it happened. According to Jake Lloyd's mother, the confrontation was the result of Jake Lloyd blaming her for his life being ruined because she got him the role in Star Wars Episode 1, and he never forgave her for it. Thus, they got into a fight where he pushed and kicked her, and then ran away, got arrested. Jake's mother also reveals that at 19, Jake was diagnosed with schizophrenia. That probably sounds about par for the course for anyone that works with George Lucas and is subjected to 60 fucking interviews a day as a result of working with George Lucas, the goddamn madman. So overall, just a horrible story about a successful breakthrough role leading to the demise of someone's mental health and just genuinely like their whole life seems to have been ruined as a result of having a big role in that movie. And that's about it. Just wanted to tell the story of how Star Wars has not only been ruined as a franchise, but also ruined some lives along the way as well. That's it. So yeah. There is huge censorship going on in gaming right now. I'm sure a lot of you saw Steam a few days back announced that hundreds of games have been pulled from their catalog because of the efforts of a group known as Collective Shout. Collective Shout is an organization that has been forcing payment processors to bully platforms into removing games they deem unfit for sale due to the themes around them. And for Steam's case, they targeted hundreds of adult games that featured like rape and incest. And a lot of people were pumping their fist like, yeah, that's good. How could you possibly be mad at that? Less degeneracy and disgusting shit on the platform. This is a big W across the board. It's not censorship if it's things I don't like being taken down. Obviously, like every weapon out there, this is only going to be used for good. Clearly, they're only going to use this power to take down very bad, gross things. Which is the most low IQ take you could ever have. Collective Shout, just yesterday, has now also gone after itch.io, and they have removed every single not suitable for work game from their platform. Not just rape and incest games, all adult games. We have de-indexed all adult NSFW content from our browse and search pages. We understand this action is sudden and disruptive, and we are truly sorry for the frustration and confusion caused by this change. Recently, we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content hosted on itch.io. Due to a game titled No Mercy, which was temporarily available on itch.io before being banned back in April, the organization Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. So this is the playbook here. Collective Shout is a very powerful organization who somehow has a lot of leverage on payment processors. I don't know if they're just over there giving them perpetual wet willies or they got some serious dirt on like the upper echelon elites in the food chain at the payment processors. Like they got proof they're in the Epstein files or some shit. But they have got these payment processors by the nutsack, and they are squeezing the piss from their balls. So now the payment processors are LARPing as the moral authority on what people are allowed to spend the money they earned on. So they're making these sweeping censorship changes to Steam and itch.io. Steam, they made it very easy for the public to not make a big stink about it because they went after a very low-hanging fruit target that most people aren't going to be upset about. Oh no, you lost all your rape and, incest games. Boo-hoo, call the fucking wambulance. But what people don't realize is that is clearly just the first step here. Collective Shout has now already taken that, which hasn't even been like a full week, and it's translated it to wiping all adult content from itch.io, a totally separate platform using the same methodology of having the payment processors threaten to leave them. Censorship is not something that is a good thing. This is not a positive thing. Yoko Taro also came forward saying, like, this is pretty bad stuff, that other countries can now limit everyone else's free speech. He's right. That's not great. You don't like to see that. And let's go ahead and extend this to its natural conclusion here. As Collective Shout becomes more and more successful at censoring games, other organizations will spring up and do the same for things Collective Shout maybe doesn't want to see censored. Like, who's to say, with this censorship, now that it's proven that it can be done by having the payment processors threaten to pull out of these services, if you can bully them through the payment processors, you win. That's checkmate. Who's to say an organization doesn't pop up that wants to take away all kinds of LGBTQ representation in games? And now that they have a proven formula to follow, they could easily spring up and be probably very successful. Another organization could come about where they believe that M-rated games just shouldn't exist. Games should be focused purely to appeal to a younger demographic. They shouldn't be deep, thought-provoking games. There should be no violence. There could easily be a very puritanical organization that comes forward making similar pushes for censorship. I don't know how delusional you have to be to think that somehow this is only ever going to be used against bad things. It's not. And it's already extending way beyond what it started with for Collective Shout. They started with a very easy win on a genre of games that most people aren't really going to miss. And they have already extended that to just broad adult content from another platform, itch.io. And as they continue to be more successful, more organizations are going to follow that blueprint, follow those footsteps, and be successful as well, censoring other things that maybe Collective Shout doesn't want to see censored. It's going to just be fucking pandemonium because it is clear now that these platforms are willing to go belly up, roll over, and suck the fucking schmeat of the payment processing cartel that shackles them. These payment processing patriots, who all of a sudden care so deeply about morality, are able to get these platforms to censor themselves at the behest of the organizations that are strong-arming them. It's absurd. And it doesn't stop there. If you do any amount of research on Collective Shout, you'll see that it's not just like adult games. They also went after Detroit Become Human and Grand Theft Auto 5 for absolutely fucking outlandish reasons. Like, this is actual horse hockey. And another scary fact, the article I was reading on stream, which I'm going to show you clips from so you can see about their previous attempts to go after things like Detroit Become Human and GTA 5, that article that I was reading then got taken down 8 hours after stream because Vice deemed it was a little too controversial, because the article wasn't super favorable to Collective Shout. So Collective Shout not only has pull in censoring games, but it looks like they can even take down some articles that are a little, harsh on how they're going about their mission or what they're trying to do here. In other words, it seems virtually impossible for Steam to host any adult games depicting child abuse. Rather, Collective Shout may be targeting popular video games that depict children in scenarios where they face distress or harm, even if these depictions are intended to encourage concern and care in the player. From there, the organization may be describing these titles as featuring child abuse. In 2018, Collective Shout encouraged its supporters to sign a petition to ban Detroit Become Human for sale in Australia, claiming the game features child abuse and violence against women. The petition focused on an abusive father's violent behavior towards his housekeeper and daughter in the game. This dynamic, core to the character Kara's story arc, is intended to encourage empathy for the abused woman and child. While it's unclear whether Collective Shout is actively targeting Detroit Become Human in 2025, the removal of such a game would be akin to artistic censorship of material discussing misogynistic abuse against female family members. Targeting the game, in other words, could be considered anti-feminist in intent. That doesn't really make any sense. In 2014, the organization called on Target to remove Grand Theft Auto 5 from store shelves, sharing a petition that claims the game encourages players to commit sexual violence and kill women. Collective Shout described GTA as if it were a misogynistic funhouse, stating the game lets players enact their fantasies of committing extreme violence against women, including punching women to the point of unconsciousness, killing them with a bat, gun, or machete, running them down with a car, and setting them on fire as they continue screaming. What world are we living in? What? So that all this is only reserved and acceptable if it's men. Like, if you're killing men with a bat, gun, and machete, running them down with a car and setting them on fire as they scream. These arguments are so weak and flimsy, and I think just downright detrimental to what they claim their mission is. This would basically, like, these two things in conjunction would make it so, like, most games won't even put women in there. So let's take the first example about, like, how children in, like, distress and harm is something that they would target and try and take down. It's why they went after Detroit Become Human. Let's extend that scope. Things like Limbo, Last of Us, Out of Sight, like these games where there are kids present and they do go through, like, hardship, that would be removed under their guidelines here. In Detroit Become Human, it's not like they're trying to glorify this type of horrible thing. It is used as a way of showcasing how bad a situation is and getting empathy from the player for what is happening to these characters. And yet, they want to take it down, even though it is used to deliver positive messaging to the player. It's like they don't want any deep themes in their games, and not only that, it's like they don't want women to even be interactable in the games. So also something that wouldn't fly under their protocol here would be things like Tomb Raider. Any game where a female is leading it wouldn't really be possible because the women in the game are going to go through distress. Like, Lara Croft goes through a lot worse than what they listed for GTA 5 being a misogynistic funhouse. Lara Croft gets killed in so many different ways, potentially, if you fail certain things. She's constantly being hunted, hurt. It's all, like, pretty much no game with a female character in it could be made if Collective Shout continues to gain this much power. It's a fucking absurd notion here. God of War, the new God of War, those games couldn't be made because Kratos' son obviously goes through a lot there. That would be a child in a harmful and distressing situation. It would be poo-pooed by Collective Shout. They would banish that shit to the Shadow Realm. Like, their rules on what is and is not acceptable are just unhinged. Again, this would fundamentally, like, scrub women from video games. Like, I don't know why they're not grasping that concept. They call GTA 5 a misogynistic funhouse because you can hurt women in it and that kind of thing, which you can also do to men. But the issue is exclusively because women can also be hurt and killed in GTA 5, just like the men can. It's not like GTA 5 is telling the player, you have to go commit these sexual violent acts against women right now. We need you as the player to score 100 sexual violent crimes against our women in the city right now. Go out there. That's the quest. Go fucking just slap 1,000 women for maximum turbo gamer points. Like, it's pretty fucking crazy. So basically, if you are going to have women in the games, the only way I see that even be possible with Collective Shout's, groundwork they're laying here, the way I understand it, is if every female in the game is immortal, God mode activated, and uninteractable outside of dialogue and cutscenes, but the female character also cannot go through anything distressing or deep, basically has to just be like a completely flat nothing burger of a character. Otherwise, it could be like too much harm that they faced or something in the game. It just seems completely antithetical to what the mission they claim to have is. Again, with how they have targeted games in the past and what they're currently doing, it feels like most game companies, in order to play ball with these demands, will probably just elect to not have female-facing games, like with a lead female protagonist, and they will probably ensure that the female characters that might appear in the game don't play a big role in it because they never know what Collective Shout might have an issue with. And since these games' budgets are so bloated these days, I don't think they'll be willing to take any kind of chances, any type of risk of their game being just like wiped off of like the biggest fucking gaming platforms like Steam. So they'll probably just elect to play it safe and have any female characters just in the background with a really insignificant role. Because, again, there's no way of knowing what Collective Shout's going to try and spin when it comes to these games and these characters. Like, again, Detroit Become Human. All of that they listed there as an issue that was literally in the game to deliver messaging on how unacceptable that shit is. It was used for empathy, not a glorification or anything at all. It was actually delivering a message that really feels very in line with what Collective Shout claims to fight for. It is completely out of control. And let's go ahead and just continue to play a little here, a little theater of the mind. If you can successfully bully payment processors, and it's reported that Collective Shout is doing this by constantly phoning them up with like 1,000 employees or so. I don't know if that's all confirmed or not. But if you can get 1,000 people together and successfully have these payment processors threaten to leave some of the biggest platforms for gaming, think about what kind of power you can control with these payment processors. If you can just have them like puppets on your strings, that is so dangerous. There is no amount of mental gymnastics you can possibly do to conjure up a justification for why a payment processor has a say in what you can spend your money on, what they will permit you to spend your doubloons on. That is a bad direction for the future, which obviously extends far beyond just video games. This is a much bigger topic, a bigger issue than just gaming. If payment processors now going to step in and basically be like the fucking, lacrosse house party guy who's like, who do you know here? No, you're not allowed in. When you're trying to spend your money on a product, we've got a huge problem. Just play with that possibility here for a second. Like, let's say you want to buy a dildo or something, right? You want an adult sex toy. Well, what if the payment processors deem those to be obscene? We will not support any businesses that are selling these adult toys. Consumers shouldn't be able to buy these. Okay, all of a sudden you can't buy those? That's been fucking wiped out. And let's take it to something that's not even sexual. Let's say a katana or something. I want a katana for my room. I really liked some of the blades from One Piece. It'd be really nice to have a replica blade. Well, turns out the payment processors deem those to be a little too dangerous and threaten to pull out of any websites that are offering katanas for sale because those are some very scary, lethal weapons. So, can't buy those anymore. It's a big issue. Payment processors should have no say in what you spend your fucking money on. Of course, that doesn't apply when it's like you trying to buy something highly illegal. I get that. But things like this is absurd. Like, this is completely preposterous and out of control. Anyway, I just had to yap about this a bit. That's really it. See ya. That Roblox death stuff is weird. Is that I saw a headline on it. It was about epilepsy, right? one of the Roblox devs, and they started, like, memeing the person that passed away. Here, this is the first thing that comes up when I Google it. Roblox game killed somebody with epilepsy attack. Doomed by Fate is a Roblox asymmetrical horror game, Dead by Daylight style. April 3rd or 4th, they dropped a big update called 1X that added a new killer. 1X. So fucking cringe. It's so unbelievably cringe. With heavy strobe flashing light effects, green, black, white flashes. Player named Kit, who had photosensitive epilepsy, reportedly played the update, suffered severe seizure from the flashing lights, hospitalized, and died during emergency surgery less than 2 hours later. It didn't have a proper epilepsy warning, even though the community had complained about flashing lights in earlier showcase videos. Dev allegedly added a basic flash toggle after the incident, but it didn't fully fix the strobing. The devs and staff responses in Discord and elsewhere have been widely criticized as dismissive, victim-blaming, or straight-up insensitive. Examples from reports and leaks include calling Kit a random and downplaying it because player count was low, suggesting people with epilepsy just shouldn't play video games, demanding proof of the epilepsy, hospitalization, death, blocking channels, and trying to shut down discussion. All still developing, no official statement from Kit's family, but the outrage is real and spreading fast. I'm assuming this is one of the staff. Don't worry, son, she's with tongue now. What a loser. What just a genuine loser. This is no doubt like a 14-year-old as well. That's just gonna grow up to just be a completely worthless degenerate. It's fake, apparently. What is the story or this? You completely see this happening? Definitely can, and it has happened in the past. I don't know if this is true or not. This is my first time actually reading about it outside of the headline. I have no clue. Let's see. Let's see if there's any further information on it. I only see like a couple of publications that have posted about it, but they're not like real main ones. These are just like Roblox publications. So I'd take it with a grain of salt in the meantime. This doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of meat behind it. Could be real, could not be real. But as of now, there's only 3 that come up from like Roblox fan forums and whatever this site is. Punk web? No, it's not punk. Panuka web, whatever the hell that is. The kid dying part is unconfirmed. Don't know if there's any evidence. Gotcha. We'll see. There's nothing on it outside of just these posts, which don't seem to have any real evidence. Creekcraft already confirmed it's made up. I'm assuming it's the video called This Is Serious. Creekcraft interviewed the kid. Which one? The one that supposedly died? Looks like Kit was not a real person. The mod team thought someone actually died. But the mod team thought someone actually died. So the story was fake, the mods didn't know it, and they still responded like that? Or is this also fake? But yeah, I see it on Creekcrafts. Seems like they interviewed the person. The mods believed it was real, responded like this, but it turns out that no one actually died. Seems to be the scope of it. So if someone actually did die, this is how they respond to it, huh? Gotcha. Wasn't a mod or a dev, he wasn't on the team. This guy? Isn't this just one of multiple examples, apparently? I guess this is just the big one people are going to. This was just a guy that ran their... This was just a staff member that ran their Trello page. The fuck is a Trello page? It's for showing roadmaps and shit. Gotcha. This person ran their Trello page? Or is this just a random guy? This is the guy that ran it, yeah. Gotcha. Pretty cool. What a wacky set of things. But it looks like Creekcraft got to the bottom of it. You saw DLive finally shut down? No! DLive is gone? No! It was doing so well. Why did DLive shut down? Twitch, YouTube, and Kick rival collapses after 8 years, leaving creator... Who's confused? Who was left confused with DLive shutting down? Really, I have to sign up to start reading this? This is some kind of fucking joke, man. I'm on the website now. Are we sure it's shut down? Let's see. Maybe it's like in the process of being shut down. Because you're right, yeah, the website is still up. Wow, they're doing extremely well. They have 4,000 total viewers across all categories, it looks like. Holy shit. They're popping. They released a statement on Twitter. Thank you for your continued support of DLive. Regret to inform you the platform will be ceasing operations. The top-up function, including subscriptions, has been discontinued effective immediately. What happened to their lemons? Their big thing was like those lemons, and then they transitioned into crypto. We kindly ask that you complete the following actions by April. Withdraw any remaining coins, cancel active subscriptions, download any content stored. We'll continue to share updates regarding the platform's wind-down timeline to ensure you remain informed throughout the transition. All DLive staff would like to once again thank you for your support. Thanks for incredible memory streams and unwavering support. Remember this for life. Aww. I remember when DLive was born and PewDiePie exclusively signed to DLive, did 3 streams and never touched it again. Then they did like a crypto pivot. I think at some point they abandoned the crypto pivot, probably when everyone else did after the NFT collapse. I actually had no idea it was still going. I wish it did better, man. More competition in the streaming space is always great, but DLive could just never quite get it together. I like how YouTube wasn't even mentioned as a rival. Yeah. It's just not what you think of when you think of YouTube. YouTube doesn't even think of streaming when it thinks of YouTube. Even TikTok is doing well in the streaming market. Is TikTok Live doing well? That was also a joke for a little while. Is it actually popping now? Yeah, pretty much everyone's saying it is. Mostly people farming for gifts doing goofy shit. Yeah, it sounds about right. Last time I went on, saw a guy pretending to gobble glizzies for 10 minutes straight. Every exposure I've ever had to TikTok streams are just people trying to gamify GIFs, like the NPC streams and stuff like that. It just seems miserable to watch those. YouTube streams, dude pretending to put fingers in a spiked toy alligator mouth. It's annoying as fuck. What? I see that shit all the time. What? No, I don't know anything about that. I don't watch shorts live streams. I don't watch shorts. I've just never been a shorts guy. So I wouldn't see that kind of shit. There's another one on YouTube Shorts asking for money, then I'll call 911. Oh, is it one of those where it's like, yeah, I'm about to do it, like the teasing ones? I know those are popular on TikTok. Pre-recorded and strategically loop them. Well, I know about pre-recorded streams on TikTok. I know. Like I said, I don't watch streams on there. Last I heard, it was just kind of a cesspool, not doing well, but apparently people are saying it's popping, so I guess people like that. Whatever. The team that made First Berserker Kazan got canned. It's really, really sad. This game was amazing. This was one of my favorites of last year. It was so good. It was so good, and now the whole team just got blasted. Moist Game Studio win. That's not going to happen, but it's times like these that I wish I had enough money to do that, because this team was so talented. The biggest problem with First Berserker was just like kind of generic art direction and like reused enemies. That's like the only negative. I really wish someone would pick up this team and let them keep making games. They were so talented. So I don't get it. What were their expectations then? AAA sales. This game, I think, probably sold like 1 million copies, maybe. But AAA needs like 3 million minimum because of how bloated everything is. It's such a shame. Ugh. The first game in the series, First Berserker Kazan. It could have been such a good series. It could have been such a good dungeon fighter spin-off. Would you ever want to do something like Donkey does with Big Mode or Ludwig with off-brand games? Not really. That's being a publisher. Like, I think it's cool that they do that. It's not something that I'd be super interested in. I'd be more interested in actually, like, having the studios, like, being able to, like, pay the developers and stuff as opposed to just, like, a publishing deal. That way they can keep making bangers, but that's way too expensive. I'm nowhere near able to do that. That's one of those if I had $1 billion type things. Haven't a lot of game devs been losing their jobs this and last year? Yep. And it's only getting worse. That's the state of the AAA gaming industry. Make a good game, get fired. Make a bad game, get fired. Make a successful game, get fired. You just can't hold a job in the space no matter what. Where's the motivation to make a game then? I don't know. That's what we were talking about when we were going over the last round of layoffs. I think it was after Battlefield devs got laid off. Even though they made a massive success. Did you see Halo CE Remake is going to be early access despite not even having a multiplayer? It's just always bad news for Halo. It's crazy. It's just, there's genuinely only bad news from Halo. Heard about the $340,000 crowdfunded game that's missing half of their funds because the platform accidentally gave the money to the wrong people. No, what was that? What game? Japanese game studio raised $340K in crowdfunding for upcoming visual novel, only received half, and the platform's explanation for the missing funds, almost unbelievable. Ran last year on Ubigo, a Japanese crowdfunding platform. Fans poured 55 million yen, more than 10 times the original goal. They laid out what happened after it missed its September 1st, 2025 payment deadline. They followed up and said they had mistakenly wired to a different client and that an immediate payout was therefore impossible. Wow. He then got Ubigo to sign a memorandum guaranteeing full repayment by the 16th, but only $6 million arrived on that date. Okada blamed the shortfall on the erroneous transfer not yet being returned. When they asked for proof of the transaction, repeatedly refused to produce it. Kasagi suspected the claim was fabricated entirely since a genuine mistaken transfer could simply be reversed through the bank. Then it got worse. Ubigo's own terms place full responsibility for backer rewards on the project owner, regardless of whether the platform has actually paid out. Ishii said he never saw that coming. I suppose I was acting under the assumption that people are inherently good. Wow. Apparently, the backer rewards remain on track. He said he was determined to recover every yen, calling the missing funds precious money entrusted to us by our customers. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. How can this platform possibly exist past this? It needs to be shut down, right? Like, how could anyone ever put money into this platform again? They just didn't pay them the money, said, whoops-a-daisy, it went to the wrong account. And also, we're not providing proof of that, nor are we reversing it through our bank. Just take our word for it, it went to the wrong account, nothing we can do now. Sorry! Can't believe that happened. What a shame, right? The game is the sequel to 428 Shibuya Scramble, which is an iconic Sega visual novel that uses live-action photos for the game. Oof. The game even features Nasubi, too. Really? Like the original or the upcoming one? I assume you mean the original. Hooey! What an eventful last couple of minutes I had right before starting this recording. I've got a headache that's been brewing, and then there was a bug on my leg that had me squealing and swatting at my leg, and then I happened to see this clip of Mike Tiny Johnson trying to play a sad song on the world's smallest violin about Congress members and trading stocks, aka insider trading to anyone who actually fucking activates neurons, by the way. This has just been kind of miserable. It's like the equivalent of that cartoon gag where a character steps on a rake, turns around, steps on another rake, and just hits themselves in the face a bunch of times. That's what's happened to me here. Now, this is not a new clip. I think it's gone viral recently, which is why I just saw it. This is from like a year ago or something like that. And in the full clip, he's talking about why he's in favor of a ban on, Congress members using their knowledge to trade stocks, getting an advantage like that, which is illegal, by the way, but you wouldn't know because no one ever gets in trouble for it.
I mean, I'm in favor of that because I don't think we should have any appearance of impropriety here, okay? But the other side of it, some people say...
Oh, I love that. He just can't stand on it. No, I'm in favor of banning it. We need to banish it to the Shadow Realm. But... And then he goes on to make points, gathering sympathy for stock trading with Congress members' knowledge, potentially. So you're against it. But you're also so sympathetic for why members of Congress do it. How peculiar. Those two things seem at odds there, Mike, don't you think?
a few bad actors discolor it for everyone. And look, we have no tolerance for anything even resembling insider trading or any of this kind of advantage that anybody could take. Zero tolerance for it, and we'll stamp it out ourselves. So that's why I'm in favor of the policy, but I understand people that have misgivings about that, so we'll see where it lands. Yes.
We know where it lands, the same place it always does, right in the fucking trash can. Because insider trading has become a staple for these corrupt politicians at the top of the food chain here. So even though he talks about him being in favor of the ban, he spends a good chunk of time, which is the clip that has gone viral, making arguments in favor of why politicians, Congress members, have engaged in trading these stocks and how sympathetic he is for it. It's fucking delusional. It's just openly disgusting. And then he also has this, fraudulent statement about how there's zero tolerance for insider trading. Since when? No one's getting punished for it, Mike. You're going to stamp it out yourself? What does that mean? Just bend over for it? Let it keep happening? Just goat-seeing here? Because that's what's been going on. You're not stamping out insider trading for shit. I'll show you that viral clip of him Gangnam styling on the American worker and talking about the stock trading as though it's like a positive thing almost. But first, I want to just make it clear that all of these zombies do this same thing. They'll publicly condemn, boo, insider trading bad. But they know that it's not going anywhere. And in fact, they don't want it to because all of them are fucking doing it. Even someone like Nancy Pelosi, whose name has become synonymous with insider trading, also publicly condemns it, talking about her support for putting the kibosh on it. Nancy Pelosi's potential insider trading is a worse-kept secret than me being short. But she's never been punished for it, there's been no consequences for it, and plenty of people like her, especially in Trump's inner circle. All of his cronies are actively butt-fucking the market in broad daylight, just blatantly corrupt insider trading in front of your very eyes. And who's going to jail? Who's getting perp-walked for insider trading? Nobody, it's crickets. So people like Nancy Pelosi or Mike Johnson can come forward publicly and deliver valuable lip service about how much they hate insider trading and that they're pushing for action against it, but they know it's not coming because all of them are doing it, and they also don't want it to stop either. The only person that I can think of in recent times who was even on the hook for insider trading was fucking Martha Stewart, and that was 2 decades ago. Nowadays, you're not cool unless you pee your pants. Fucking all these ghouls in Congress seem to be engaging in it. And also, I don't even think Martha Stewart actually went to jail for insider trading. I think it was like ancillary things on the side. But anyway, the Mike Johnson speech here was a nice cherry on top of the shit cake where, even though he was saying he's in favor of the ban, he then did a whole spiel about, well, I'm very sympathetic to, Congress members who do stock trade and such.
Well, look, the salary of Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. It goes down every year. And over time, if you stay on this trajectory, you're going to have less qualified people who are willing to make the extreme sacrifice to run for Congress. I mean, it's just people just make a reasonable decision as a family on whether or not they can come and move to Washington, have a residence here, residence at home, and do all the things that are required. So the counter argument is, and I have some sympathy, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family.
Base salary for a member of Congress is $170,000 a year plus change. Oh, also plus a bit of healthcare benefits. But yeah, he's trying to drum up sympathy about, the sacrifice they have to make for that, because that's not enough money to take care of a family. Oh, their salary's been in limbo, frozen like that, since 2009. But it's also 3 times the average salary of the normal American worker. So, a member of Congress can't support their family off just that 6-figure salary, yet normal average Americans are expected to off of a third of that? That's interesting. I don't see Mike Johnson making any sympathetic arguments for trying to raise the average salary for workers. Why is it only Congress members who get his sympathy on their stock trading to try and support their family because $170,000 a year just isn't quite enough and shouldn't be expected to take care of their family? Talking about how, if they can't trade stocks, we're going to lose qualified people coming into Congress because the clams just aren't there. Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town? Can you not see the clear conflict there of people getting into politics solely to make money as opposed to actually serve the public and improve the country in which they're representing and trying to supposed to be advocating for the will of the people? If they're there solely to be making money off their position, don't you think that kind of compromises them in that job? Like, just food for thought, I guess, Mike. These fucking crooks feel so emboldened by the state of this country right now, where there are no consequences when you reach this level of power, that he's just like openly yapping about it. He's not even whispering it, he's saying it out loud with his whole chest. It's like, yeah, hit with a fucking truth serum, and he's just unapologetically talking about why it's so sympathetic that these Congress members will engage in a wee bit of corruption, a tiddlywink of insider trading, and it's actually kind of understandable. But don't worry, he's in favor of the ban, which also still hasn't come. Still not banned. They're still doing it. No one's getting punished for it, even though it is just right there in the open, this blatant insider trading. And it's been going on for so long. I also find it adorable how Mike Johnson in particular, anytime he's asked about anything, he's always just like, oh yeah, I don't know anything about it. Or, Mike, did you hear what Trump said about this? He's like, I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear that. Dude is deaf 99% of the time with his job here, but his ears perk up and his senses fire when it comes to face fucking the American public and trying to like rally support behind the idea of Congress members needing to engage in a little insider trading, perhaps, mayhaps. 170K plus just isn't enough to be raising the family and taking care of their family. So like we really do need to have sympathy for why they might choose to do that. It's just so delusional and so out of touch. And again, he's just saying it. It's not like he's being tortured to have this information come out of him where it just oozes out of his lips in desperation. He's just confidently saying it. He also has the gall to call it a sacrifice, by the way. Oh, the noble sacrifice. Only getting 170K plus benefits in Congress. It's just heart breaks for them. Like we need to have sympathy for this stock trading. Like I do think, we need to really consider that. That's not a sacrifice, brother. That is better than the vast majority of jobs that the American public are doing. And I strongly believe that the normal American worker works longer and harder than members of Congress. I fully believe that. And they're getting a third of the salary. And yet Mike has the chutzpah to be saying that it's a sacrifice only getting 170K to do this job. Do you know how many people would kill for that kind of salary, Mike? Like, that is the most envious position to be in. Right now, the average American is expected to be raising a family off a third of what you're crying about here and yapping about. And you're saying, like, how difficult that is. Imagine what it's like for the actual average American. Like, it's almost impossible off of just a single income, which is why dual income is kind of the only way people are able to even start to tinker with the idea of getting a house and starting a family. It's extremely difficult. And even with dual income, that's still not reaching 170K a year off the average American working salary, Mike. This is just a terrible, out-of-touch argument that he's making. And again, in the full context, he is saying that he's, like, in favor of the ban, but if that's the case, Mike, why are you gathering sympathy for those that are doing this stock trading, this potentially dirty dealings here using insider knowledge? That's a little weird. It's almost like it's just lip service. Because all of these politicians know that if they just outright said like, insider trading, fuck you guys, kick rocks, we're gonna do it, come hell or high water, who cares? They would get pushback even from the most brain dead of drones. So they have to put on this facade of like, oh no, this is really bad. And even though a lot of them will say things about how bad insider trading is and make these pushes to put the kibosh on it, somehow it just never quite pans out. Isn't that weird? Isn't that so strange? It's almost like it's one of the big perks to being in their positions of power. Milking it for all the money they can possibly squeeze out of it using information that isn't available to the public and only available to them. It's what we're seeing right now with so many of those close to Trump, for example, where it's just very clear. And it's also something that's been going on for an extremely long time in previous administrations as well. Insider trading has been a staple for many members of Congress for so long. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going away anytime soon, no matter how much talk there is about it, it just seems like it is truly corrupt to the core, just rotten. And Mike Johnson isn't even shy about trying to, like, talk about it positively. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering about it. It's fucking infuriating. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. Whoa. Yeah, I just learned about the whole Lakari thing. Jinkies. So for like about a year or so, I was very offline. I set out to leave these four walls of the old loony bin more often to go breathe in the fresh air and really appreciate the Lord's land out there in the real world. So I was missing a lot of like the happenings in the internet space and all the drama for the most part. But over the last month or so, I've fallen off the wagon. I put the needle back in my arm to a certain degree because I wanted to see all the craziness going on in the world to stay up to date with everything that was happening. And as such, I've been much more online now and seeing a lot more of these kind of things. And today was a doozy with everything that just happened with a streamer named Lakari. Lakari is a streamer I've been loosely familiar with for a while, and I know he had built up a reputation for being like a turbo maximum overdrive gooner, like a self-proclaimed hentai connoisseur, basically setting the goon dial to freaky mode. And today on stream, he accidentally leaked his notepad that was filled with despicable and disgusting shit.
K feeds. Let me at least add way to the list of champions that I like. Fuck.
The links are censored there, but apparently a lot of people have taken the plunge into looking up a lot of what was revealed here through the Lakari leaks, and what they have found is beyond heinous. Like, this is some evil shit we're talking about here. Things like family nudism, apparently. Like, that's some real pedophile shit right there. Also, like, teens and animals. In that notepad there, you might have saw one of the tabs that said JBT. It was like 500 JBT. Apparently that stands for jailbait teens. Like, it's bad. Like, really, really bad. And after this happened, his stream was calling him out on it. And most people expected him to, in the stream, to like hide the evidence, nuke it, basically banish it to the Shadow Realm and hope that people didn't have enough time to dig into it. Lakari, on the other hand, cooked up a different kind of scheme. He streamed for multiple hours after this happened, and just fucking face-tanked everybody that was digging into it, and all the people that were rightfully calling him out for how deplorable the shit they found in there was. So he kept streaming through this, and people were obviously researching what the fuck had just been revealed through this notepad and everything on there. And then he was trying to defend himself by saying like, oh, this was sent to me, or oh, it was actually a virus, or this and that, and then the stream, they weren't really buying that load of barnacles, so then they asked him to do something like show his notepad recents, to show what else had been on his notepad recently. And apparently he took quite a long time not doing that when requested by his chat. According to members that were asking this of him, he was looking at like his other monitor, potentially doing something there, and then eventually he showed his notepad. And the keen observers might notice a little something in front of their peepers that's a bit fishy.
Fap for Fun? Fap for Fun is a hentai site. You also visit Fap for Fun? Yeah, I download a lot of that shit. Couples? Okay. That's literally, is that not the, that's the file with the sus shit in it. Like, it says one thing, but it has a bunch of sus shit in it. So I don't understand. Like,
when he showed the recents on Notepad, there are 3 new text documents. And it doesn't take a super sleuth. You don't need Inspector Gadget to come in with some high-level tools in order to crack this case. The most likely reason is because when he looked at his recents in Notepad, there were probably some really awful things there that he knew people would pick up on. So then he opened some new text documents in Notepad to push those down out of the recents so people couldn't see them. That's the theory. That's just a game theory, but I imagine that's probably pretty accurate. Anyway though, his big claim from what I can tell with all the surviving clips here is that this is the result of a virus that uploaded this to his computer, and he had already removed it, but unfortunately that damn Windows 11, that dastardly bastard that is Windows 11, for some reason kept it around, which is really weird and odd.
How does it end up there? Okay, let me explain what happened. All right? I was surfing a site. Okay? The shit got downloaded. Like, I didn't trigger a fucking download. It just got downloaded. I opened up the fucking text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. I deleted it. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was still there after I deleted it. I've told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I have like a fucking 3 terabytes of fucking hentai on my fucking hard drive, bro. Like a lot. Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't fucking want it, you fucking delete it, and that's just what happened, man. Okay? Like, that's what happened. I'm sorry, alright? Like, I don't know how many times I have to explain this, but that's what happened. Dude, let's just move the fuck on, please.
A very interesting, innovative defense strategy that could make a lawyer throw himself down a set of stairs. So he's saying that he's got 3 terabytes of hentai, which, just take a moment and process that, really let that marinate. That is an absurd amount of anything to have. This guy is basically compiling the fucking Library of Alexandria for hentai on his devices. That's fucking crazy. But he's saying that, you know, like Thanos, it was inevitable that this kind of content would somehow end up on his computer when downloading all this hentai. It happens, you know? Just, it is what it is. And then when he deleted it, Windows 11 went rogue. The ghost in the machine. It wouldn't let the notepad die. Like a necromancer, it revived it. And once again, brought it back to life on Lakari's device. Even though he himself deleted it, he tried to take it down. Windows 11 said no. That's the claim, that when he was downloading all the hentai, he noticed that this got downloaded too, so he deleted it, but Windows 11 has a feature that kept it around even after he deleted it, and he didn't plan on having this stuff in the first place. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't really pass the smell test. It is very hard to believe. Now, what is true about Windows 11, and Notepad in particular, is if you are working in Notepad, and you don't save your work, like if you exit out of it or your computer crashes and you don't save it, Windows 11 can restore it. It will actually restore that even if you didn't explicitly save it. So let me show you what that looks like. I'll open Notepad, brand new, wow. Brown fox jumped over the lazy log. I have clearly not saved, I have not done anything here, I have just typed into this and you can see that the title matches the text in the document. Now if I was to close out of it, I haven't saved or anything like that, but if I open Notepad again, it's still there. Even though this is not a document or anything that I have saved, because it will save sessions. In Lakari's case, the text didn't match the title, which means he most likely had a separate title for those sections. And also, he said that he deleted it. If I was to, delete this, if I told this, don't save, delete it, Notepad would not restore it. At least, I don't think there's any way for it to, but maybe Lakari's working with a prototype Notepad that refuses to let anything die. It saves all work no matter what you tell it to do. I find it unlikely, but I guess it's possible, potentially. Actually, here, let's play with that idea again real quick. Let's say Lakari went, I'll just go the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy log again. I haven't saved it or anything, but let's just go ahead and pretend that I came here and I said don't save. But once again, to show the whole process, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to close out of this. I'm going to reopen it, and it's still there, because it does save sessions like that. But if I came over here and I explicitly said don't save, and now I exit out of this, it will no longer open that. So I find his claim very hard to believe.
43K? And that's if they think it's like... Oh my fucking God. Bro, it's not worth it. Just fucking delete my hard drive.
This is him on stream now looking at the legality of lolly in his state, Texas. He doesn't fully understand what he's looking at, but he can recognize that it's not good, and then he eventually says that he's just going to delete his hard drive. It's not worth it. Now, call me crazy, maybe I'm on the crack pipe, but that just doesn't exactly sound like a statement from an innocent man. Like, if you've done nothing wrong and there's nothing suspicious, illegal, or like pedophilic or anything like that, why would you then be saying that you're going to delete your hard drive? It's not worth it. That's very fishy, I'll tell you. And again, from that leak, from that notepad, the things that have been allegedly turned up from all of it are fucking unforgivable. Like, really disgusting, terrible shit. And him then saying, like, just delete the hard drive, it's not worth it. Again, that doesn't really seem like behavior from someone that has nothing to hide.
I'm joking about it. What the fuck, dude? What are you just writing your own narrative? You're just writing your own narrative, man. What the fuck else do you want me to do? What do you want to do? I'm so sorry. I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do anything. That's why I'm not fucking crying and sobbing, bitch. I didn't fucking do anything, dumbass. You just want me to be guilty so fucking bad. Shut the fuck up, retard. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so sick of this. You want me to be guilty so fucking...
Yeah, like I said, he continued streaming for hours, so obviously people were talking about it for a long time. He snaps eventually and kind of goes ballistic about it, saying like he didn't do anything. Again, I find that kind of hard to believe given everything that happened on stream, at least from the surviving clips that are out there from it. It does not look good. This looks fucking awful. And Lakari got a ban on Twitch for all of this. Apparently he even got banned on Kick. I don't know if he like actively streams on Kick or if that was like a preemptive thing from Kick because they thought he'd go over there after he got banned on Twitch. I don't know, but if you try and go to Lakari's Twitch account, it has been removed as of right now in light of everything that happened during this stream. Again, I find it unlikely that this unfolded the way Lakari is claiming that it did, but I guess we'll see. I'm assuming there will probably be, an actual kind of investigation here, judging by what was allegedly found in some of that leaked from Lakari. Anyway, I had to yap about this a bit. Fucking crazy, man. That's really about it. See ya. You ever been to a dog show with the sole purpose of arguing with the other dudes there about how your dog is the most exotic? What do you mean, no? What's wrong with you? You off your gourd or something? This is what sane, healthy people do.
It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because it's exotic. This right here, everybody has. This right here, nobody has. Exotic is something. Ain't nobody got this though. Everybody got bluffy. Nobody got this. And exotic got the smash mug, not the long snout. Long snout. How you figure? That's them two fingers. He could breathe. Wait. You got a tail? You got a tail? You got a tail? Oh shit.
It's pure chaos here at the Westminster Dog Show. It's going nuts. There's blood and guts everywhere, and there will be no survivors. Like, this is like a lot of hostility here at the dog presentation. It's like listening to Bills fans and Chiefs fans arguing. All this while holding dogs that they're treating like pieces of jewelry. Specifically, the dude that looks like the Rizzler was set to Wumbo and then found cocaine, the guy that's really like fucking steaming. He just keeps going on about how exotic his dog is and how no one has it, as he's like showing it off like a luxury car.
No high rear though.
This ain't high rear.
Stand them
You
up.
crazy?
Stand that
You
dog up. Stop
standing
pulling
up.
that rear back.
Not putting no rear,
Pulling
baby.
that
Come
rear
on.
back.
Let's do a side shot.
Pulling that rear
Side shot.
back.
Let's do a side shot.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
do a
Talking
side
all
shot.
that shit.
Let's do a side shot.
Buddy tries to call him out for high rear, looking to throw a flag on the play, like, nah, it's disqualification, rear too high. And then he's like, high rear, that's the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. I do say, my good chap, that is outlandish. This whole thing is so absurd. And I feel horrible for the dogs here. They all look like they have been bred for the sole purpose of being in these kind of shows from these fucking weirdos. So I imagine they probably have like a lot of health problems. Like, it's no secret, this kind of garbage can cause a lot of like genetic issues in them. And it's very sad. Especially the one that the protagonist here, the main character, is really liking to show off. That poor dog looks like one of the fucking guardians from Ghostbusters when the main villain shows up. In the way that they're handling the dogs, it's like they don't even view them as a living, breathing creature. They are truly just an accessory that they are trying to win a competition with, and that's all. It's so fucking weird. Now, you may have heard the guy in a coke-fueled frenzy throw down the gauntlet saying, side shot. He is now challenging his heckler here to a side profile showdown. And in the dog world, that's like saying parlay to a pirate. It must be honored. So now they're about to do a side profile 1v1 here on Rust to see whose dog is the most exotic.
Pull him to the side.
Let's go. Side shot.
Put that motherfucker to the side, bro.
Wait for.
Let's see that shit. Fuck
Hold
the
on,
judge saying. You talking that shit.
I'm gonna talk
What
that
the judge
shit.
saying. You talking that shit. Let's see that shit. Let's see that shit. That shit got that chihuahua face. That shit ain't got a bully face. That shit got chihuahua face. That's a fluffy chihuahua, nigga.
It is.
Fuck out of here.
It is.
Get talking that shit.
Get that face. But look at that
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Talking that shit.
Wrong ass bus. Get that fucking bus out of here.
This is high-level dog management right here from the owners. Did you see that technique? He turns his dog to the side and immediately hits the Ric Flair woos, woo, over and over again. Like, did you see that? What happened? This is some impressively pathetic stuff here. I don't know how these dudes go home and look themselves in the mirror without tears in their eyes, crying at the fact that they're such huge fucking losers. It is shocking to me. Even the dogs look embarrassed to be there with them.
Get that bus out of here, baby. Come on, man. Get that bus out of here.
Your dog's scared, fam. Your dog is scared.
Man, be scared.
dog is scared,
He's still more
man.
exotic than yours, though.
You wish.
He's still more exotic than
Long
yours.
hair don't
though.
make it exotic, bro. That's a
So
chow
what the
chow.
fuck? What it makes
That's
it
a
then?
chow chow.
What it makes it then?
That's a chow
What it makes
chow.
it then? Do you have it?
That's
no.
a hairy
Do you
mutt.
have
Show
it?
the pedigree.
Do you have it?
Show the pedigree.
Ant-Man, baby.
Ain't no fucking
Ant-Man.
fluffy
Ant-Man,
billies,
baby.
I can't believe a fight didn't break out right there between those two. The second he called for the pedigree check, oh man, I thought there was gonna be some haymakers swinging there. I thought that was about to get real pugilistic real quick.
Ant-Man all day.
Yeah, show the
Ant-Man all
pedigree.
day.
Show the
I can
pedigree.
show the
Show the
pedigree.
bloodline.
I show
There's
the
somewhere down the
Ant-Man.
line. There's some fucking fluffy down there.
Babe, baby.
Ain't no babe. Ain't nothing babe look like that. Not like babe look like that, bro. Not like babe look like that.
I know what I did. I know what I did.
It don't look like it.
It don't have to look like it. Don't
You know what
worry.
I'm saying?
Get ready for what's coming, though. Get ready for what's coming.
Oh, I'm
Get
ready.
Man's out here talking like he's in the NBA championship game. Get ready for what's coming. I'm dunking from the free throw line like Air Jordan. I swear to God. Brother, calm down. You're at a dog show. Get ready for what's coming. Mayan calendar predicted end of the world's 2012. Guess what? It's 2025. I'm shutting the world down with my dog right here. You're not ready for this.
We waiting.
ready.
We waiting.
Get ready.
It won't be no long snout shit.
This ain't
That
what's
look like
now.
a fucking
What's now? What's
Yorkie.
now?
That shit more Yorkie than bully.
Let's see who can run and come back without
This
breathing.
shit more Yorkie than
Let's see
bully.
who can run and come back.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see who can
My
run
dog
and come
fully
back.
functional.
He's functional as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? None of
Fully
that
functional.
bullshit.
That's good, baby. Get that clout off of Bluffy. Get that clout off of the
I don't
Bluffy,
need
my
clout.
girl.
I don't need
Yeah.
clout.
Sure.
I don't need
Sure.
clout. Real bulls
Sure,
back
sure.
in style.
I
And there ain't no
don't give a fuck.
fucking bull.
Yeah.
That ain't no fucking
Yeah,
bull.
yeah, hell yeah, it ain't no bull, baby.
Fuck
Got more
outta
front
here.
than yours.
That shit
Fuck
mutt.
outta here.
These owners were getting so feral there for a second. I thought they were about to start eating their dogs there for a moment. Just like actually like, oh yeah, not functional. Well, he can run there and back, and he also tastes great. And then just takes like a bite out of him or something. Shit was going like actually Insano style. This guy's now bubbling over with rage. That ain't no fucking bull. And the other guy's like trying to get on his ass for clout chasing off of his, I think he calls it a bluffy, is what he was saying. I don't really know. But man, they are like actually foaming at the mouth here.
Hell yeah. Let it be a month. Let it be a month. This is a new month. This is the new wave. Look at that front. Come on, baby. Look at that front. I see cameras on this. What about that? Fuck out of here. Get that shit off the table. Fuck out of here.
They're looking at that shit because they don't know what the fuck it is. That's why.
They're looking at it.
That's why. They don't know what it is, bro.
This is the new
They
wave.
don't know what it is.
Trust me.
They don't know what it is.
Trust me when I tell you. The new wave.
There's just no way it can be this serious. Like, what's on the line? What do you win? A year-long subscription to Chewy or something? Like, I cannot imagine it's worth all of this fuss. These two goofballs are about to blow a gasket. They're arguing like it's an Xbox Live lobby, all over this weird dog show that they're at. Also, apparently this isn't that unusual. 4 years ago, there was an actual brawl at one of these kind of things. This was at something called a bully takeover, which I think is probably like the same competition that we're watching this argument at, since the whole thing they were talking about was like bullies and shit there too. So like, it feels as though like this is less of a dog competition and more of like a place where you can bring your dogs and eat some knuckle sandwiches. It's just such an unlikely event to imagine such a heated argument to arise at, or a violent brawl. And it is a violent brawl. Like, it's like a hockey fight. I can't show you any clips because I think the video would probably get taken down or flagged by YouTube. But like, it's an actual like hockey fight where one guy's grabbing the other guy and they're just fucking exchanging blows. And apparently it was a full brawl. It wasn't just those two, but in that video right there, they were like kind of the centerpiece to all of it. So it's just so weird that these dog shows apparently are so incredibly hostile. Like, maybe all the guys who show up are the ones that are actually neutered, not the dogs, so they just go there with a chip on their shoulder or something. I have no fucking clue. But it is wacky to watch. Anyway, I saw this today and I just had to yap about it a little bit. I don't know what animal there won the competition, but really, there are no winners there. And again, I feel so fucking terrible for those dogs. Not only are the owners just loose cannon, unhinged lunatics, but the way that they have been bred, I think no doubt has led to them having health issues, most likely. And that's just super sad. Anyway, that's about it. So, yep. We recently experienced a government shutdown, and now, with the 1-2 punch here, the two-piece combo, we are experiencing something even more devastating. The r/art shutdown. Lord help us all. The mods decided to sail off into the sunset, and it looks like that subreddit is now just in shambles. With no tyrants to moderate it anymore, there is nothing left. And they couldn't even just leave without making it cringe. They made a post about it. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. But in a nutshell, if you haven't followed the story at all, there was a mod on r/art who took down a post from an artist named Hayden Clay because he had mentioned the word print when replying to a compliment in the thread, which is against rule number 9 on the 10 commandments of r/art, where you can't promo anything. So they took down his post, and he reached out to them in DM saying, hey, you really gonna take my post down because I gave a little more information? And he said, you broke the rules. I can also delete your entire history if you'd like as well, which was very hostile, a very power trippy response, to which Hayden Clay responded, basically saying, like, this is a little weird. And they said, okay, take this then, Buster. Here's your just desserts, and deleted his entire post history, which included all of his art, some of which was some of the most popular on the entire subreddit, which is a pretty big blow. Hayden then responded to that again, just saying, like, this is ridiculous, seems like you have a vendetta, and he said, I don't know who the fuck you are. Some main character energy, just really eye-rolling, nauseating shit. To which Hayden once again responded about, like, how ridiculous it was, and then they said, you're reported for harassment, have a good day, which ended up immediately banning Hayden from Reddit for 3 days, because apparently Reddit mods have that kind of power, where even the admins will just bend the knee to them. It was a huge deal, big hoopla. I made a video about it yesterday, and everyone was upset at these mods because this is just completely unfair and it's ridiculous. It's unhinged to be behaving that way. And now, in response to everyone calling it out, this is what they did. I know, apparently the r/art mods are throwing in the towel. They made this dramatic post. We out. You win. We all resign. This is them signing off, I suppose, after so many people called out what they did as being just fucking ridiculous. They can't even just leave without making it cringy. It's impressive. They still had to do some kind of little song and dance on their way out. I know, they think this shit went so hard. It's so tough. Just fucking dorks. Just complete dorks. Power-tripping dweebs. So everyone was making fun of them, shooting spitballs, myself included. How can you not make fun of a vermin this embarrassing? And then, this afternoon, they made this post. So I guess they're resigning, which is cute, because it's not like a real position. It's not like a, give me your badge and your gun. This is literally just logging out. That's it. This is one of the bigger subs, too. They'll be replaced quickly. They're probably just going to make alt accounts. They're not going to be replaced. One thing that I have learned about Reddit is that there is this upper echelon of, closed door handshake mods that all moderate 90% of this fucking platform. And this is such a big subreddit, there's no doubt in my mind they're just going to have them make another account to be a mod or some shit, pretending. There's no way. They're not going anywhere. That ego response by the mod. I mean, it's crazy ego just from being a fucking unpaid moderator of a subreddit. Also very possible they paid for the position to begin with. I don't know about that. I don't know how that works. If you pay to be a mod on Reddit, that should be a jailable offense. It would be so interesting if someone infiltrated the inner circle of Reddit mods. I think it'd be interesting, yeah. I think that actually would be a fascinating story. Because maybe some of them do get paid for it. It's possible. I doubt it, but it is possible. It's just so lame. They couldn't even just recognize that the problem was their behavior. There's just no level of, self-awareness, it seems. If you're gonna resign, which again is just such a loser way of putting it, you are a fucking unpaid janitor on a Reddit subreddit. Come on. It's not that big of a position here where, there's gonna be some kind of, ceremonious ordeal around it. But if you were going to, relinquish that position, maybe having some reflection here's why. I understand where you guys were coming from. I apologize for being such an insufferable douchebag asshole to this artist. Maybe something like that would have been in good taste. But instead, they just hit you with the, we out, you win, we all resign. It's just so skin-crawlingly annoying. But I guess this is a very strong brotherhood because it was one moderator who went rogue. Well, potentially two because of the story I covered 3 years ago where a guy fucking melted down because he thought one of the artists submitted AI art when he was proven wrong. He said, well, your art isn't what I like anyway and AI can do it better. Get out of here, Buster, plus you're muted. That could have been two different people, but at most, that's two people on this mod team. That's not the entire mod team. But because of these two, the entire team decided to disband together in solidarity. So it seems like they kind of rally behind that behavior. At least that's the perspective I get. The impression this leaves me with is that these mods felt like they did absolutely nothing wrong and people were just being ridiculous with pitchforks calling for their scalp. So instead, they're just going to be the bigger people and just leave. That's it. But they don't think they did anything that warrants any kind of, outrage. That's the impression I get. I think it's so weird how the entire mod team now leaves because of the behavior of one, potentially two of them. That to me shows that they kind of huff their own farts and enable themselves. They wind each other up and think that they're constantly correct. It's just, I don't know, very pathetic, really, all around. But maybe it's not the entire mod team. That's just how it reads. It said, we all resign, and the subreddit is now in a limbo. So it seems like it's the entire mod team on r/art, but maybe it's not. Maybe Maybe it's just a couple of them. Who knows? What I do know, though, is that I want to leave you with like a little positive nugget here that I was going over on stream last night. I don't know how many of you saw this, but there's actually a really hype collab between Assassin's Creed Shadows and Attack on Titan. Holy fuck, it's a disaster. You have to see this shit. I don't think it's worth making a whole video on, but you at least need to check out a snippet of this. Speaking of art, did anyone see the Assassin's Creed Attack on Titan collab? It's incredible. This might just get me back into Assassin's Creed. It is actual peak. Look at this shit. This might just have me fire up Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Ascend!
No, it can't be! No! Get out of there!
Go!
Come on!
Come and get it!
Why does he look like Skibbity Toilet? I don't know, that's Ubisoft polish for you right there, baby. Oh, also, if you were thinking that you were going to be able to fight this as some kind of boss fight or something, think again. This is the extent of the encounter. You just run away and then he gets trapped.
Someone back home once said,
Pokemon scalpers are inventing a new, even more degenerate and diabolical meta for scamming and stealing Pokemon cards, using children for it. Well, involving children in the scam. 2 days ago I made that video about the whatnot seller who was resealing Pokemon packs and selling them, but using his son as the one on stream to open the packs for the buyers and just drumming it up as like a family business. This is so hype. Look at my son. He's ripping Pokemon packs. We're so proud. This is amazing. Whoops. Turns out we repackaged all of them to give you trash for a huge markup. Sorry, you caught us. He literally even admits to being caught on the live stream. And now I just saw another video about a couple that was stealing Pokemon cards from Target using their 1-year-old as the method. So they brought their 1-year-old son to Target so that way they could unlock the stroller tech from the passive tree here. So they had their child in the stroller and were pushing him around and then would take Pokemon product and conceal it in the stroller to steal it. Now, the title of the video says that they left the child in the car while they went in there and stole, but I don't think that's exactly the case. I haven't found too much information beyond the body cam about what exactly happened. My understanding with the way it's described is that they had the child in the store using him for crime, basically. Not them leaving him in the car. But either could be true and both are bad. The kid thought he was going on a fun adventure with mommy and daddy, but he was actually involved in their little crime escapades here. An unwilling accomplice. He had no clue.
So, pick that time to steal Pokemon cards, man.
Yeah. Just so we have an understanding, she had nothing.
She was right there with you when you concealed it.
It is totally me, man. Totally me, 100% me.
You guys put the Pokemon cards into the...
Yeah, I will give them back, of course. This 100% my responsibility, sir.
A pretty admirable attempt here from the guy to just fall on the sword. No, she's totally innocent. It was all my galaxy brain scheme. It was all my nefarious plot here. She had no clue what was going on. It was all me. So he's trying to, isolate her from this so that way she doesn't get in trouble. And then he also generously says he's willing to give the cards back. That's very sweet of you.
Seriously, honest to God, I am short on my rent, and they are very valuable. And I was hoping to pull something in order to make up the money I'm short on my rent.
Were the cards in the car?
Yeah.
I know, where are they in the car?
In the back seat.
And by the way, you can't say she had nothing to do with it when that's all you guys came in here for. And you concealed it right next to her. Just so you're aware of that.
His hero plan, unfortunately, falls a bit short because they have surveillance camera footage and they can clearly see she was directly involved in this plan and acted to help conceal it and work to get the Pokemon cards out of there. So it kind of ultimately ended up looking like that scene from Kong Skull Island where that guy pops 2 grenades to sacrifice himself to kill the monster, but the monster just hits him with the tail and he gets flown into a fucking wall and blows up. It didn't work, is the point.
Say, I don't know if it would make a difference. Is there any way we could pay for it?
This isn't an apology type of thing. You've already done it. You know what I mean? There's no way to just suddenly, hey, we're going to pay for everything because we got caught by the police.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you also stole stuff with the baby.
Yeah, but
That doesn't matter.
I have the money for it. I can pay
Yeah, but
it.
as I just told him, that's not how this works. You don't get to suddenly want to pay for things after you get caught by the police.
Fourth quarter, back up against the wall, throwing out the Hail Mary. They try to, pay for it after the fact. That didn't fly either. So they are both facing not just like the small-time theft. The officers also threw out the possibility of pursuing child endangerment against them because they involved their child in this crime, which they argue puts them in a path of danger. Should Gary Oak roll up and start airing the place out, trying to stop him from stealing the Pokemon cards, the kid is now in harm's way. Basically, they brought the kid for the sole purpose of executing this crime. Now again, the title says that the child was left in the car, but all of the information in the video seems to indicate that the kid was present. Also, if the kid wasn't in the stroller in the first place, there would be no point to bringing the baby anyway. So that wouldn't even make sense unless they had like a decoy, like they had like a baby doll in the stroller. But then again, why would they bring like the actual flesh and blood human being there? So I have to imagine that they did actually bring him in the store to do this. Though if they did leave him in the car, that is also equally dangerous. You do not leave a child in a hot car. That, everyone should know that. This happened in Florida. You especially don't do it in Florida. If they did leave him in the car, who knows how long they were in the store for. That is extremely unfair and irresponsible to the kid if he was left unattended in that car. But I am leaning towards the idea that they brought him in the store to do this. Worth mentioning, I haven't slept in over 28 hours. There is a good chance that maybe I'm just completely wrong there. I just thought I'd put that on the record. But either way, still not good. Regardless, stealing Pokemon cards by using your baby to help you accomplish it is fucking unhinged. This is so avoidable. Like, ruining your life just to get your hands on some Pokemon merchandise to flip because you're a scalper is just so low. It is shameless to involve your child in it as well.
Thank you. I'll go get the press one. We got child endangerment on both of them.
For what?
They had their... How old is your child? A year old, then they used the stroller as cover for it. Decent human, you literally put your 1-year-old child in danger.
How is that?
You cannot do a crime and then nothing happens because you have a kid.
It is happening. I'm going
to jail. You use the stroller as a ways of concealing the merchandise.
And I'm getting arrested.
And so is she. I need you to call your dad and come pick him up.
Please.
The other officers didn't seem super on board with his evaluation here about child endangerment, so I don't know if that stuck or anything, but this was him explaining it to them. Regardless of what charges were ultimately, brought against them, this was just so fucking avoidable. Like stealing Pokemon cards from Target by using your baby and its stroller to conceal them is just like, how can you sink so low? They say that they were short on rent, so the plan was to steal these Pokemon products, open them, hoping for a big hit, fingers crossed, praying for a big hit, so they could sell it to nearby game shops. That is like, in the world of scalping, that is even stupider than most scalpers. Why would you open the product? Just sell the product itself in that case. You are not going to hit, most likely. You are not going to make more money buying the product, opening it, praying for like the big hit that'll grade it like a fucking PSA 10. Like, it's not like that is a pipe dream.
Are you guys going to other stores and doing this?
No, sir.
So how do you guys have so many Pokemon cards?
No, I've been collecting for years.
That's what I'm saying, but these are all new cards, man. They're all like fresh out of the pack.
Yeah, the ones that I have?
The ones that are in there, yeah.
Yeah, those are, if you see the sleeves in there, they're all sleeved up, well taken care of, fresh out of my binder. We were taking them to the game store, Prodigy,
Okay, cool. Alright, we are beginning.
He apparently had a lot of Pokemon cards that he claims he had been collecting for years. The officer notes that they seem pretty fresh and new, so it's probably not like years old cards or anything. It seems like it is some pretty brand spanking new puppies in there that he is saying that he was going to go sell to the game stores. Well, maybe GameStop. I'm pretty sure they take Pokemon cards. They fucking grade them there now. They have like a wizard on standby who's just like, yeah, it's probably like a 9 or a 10 maybe. I have no idea how it works. Not important regardless. His plan was to take these hits, sell them, and then pay rent, is what he said the goal was. Of course, no way of knowing if that's true or if he is just someone who is a scalper who turns around and sells it because it's hot right now and people make money doing it. I have no idea if the story about the rent is true or not. They then searched his car and found some other stuff, like a marijuana cigarette or something, and he got in trouble for that as well. Big mess, all of which entirely avoidable if he didn't try and steal Pokemon cards from Target using a baby and his stroller to try and smuggle the Pokemon sacred cards out of the store with. Just super crazy, the state of Pokemon cards right now. It's unbelievable. That's about it, see ya. I'm not much of a sports guy anymore. The only sport I keep up with these days is professional slapping, but that being said, I still keep my finger to the pulse of any new sports on the come up, and recently I was made aware of one for a farting competition, trying to really take over the sports scene and explode the same way slapping has, but this time exploding from the asshole of some very brave men who aren't afraid to go up on stage and fart in front of a crowd. At least, that's what the idea was. In India last week, there was a big farting tournament that was held, and it was hyped up over the course of a month. This was going to be like the Super Bowls of farting, you know, the fucking super bowels. It was supposed to be a lot of people show up, a lot of people go on stage, and play some sweet ass music for the crowd to enjoy. Just some thunderous tones for the whole crowd to clap to, little golf claps, and get excited about some farts. But what ended up happening is none of the 3 contestants that participated were able to produce even the slightest semblance of flatulence. Even my pathetic, embarrassing, laughably bad, emasculating baby bitch boy farts, the near silent farts I produced that sound like a hamster drawing its last breath in a library, would have won this competition, because there were no farts. These ass athletes showed up but forgot to bring their A game, and the A stands for asshole. These buttholes were clean. They were coming in here with an empty colon. That shit wasn't loaded at all. They weren't locked and loaded and ready for action. They were shooting blanks. They weren't even shooting blanks. That'd be a compliment. Nothing happened. I'm going to show you some clips from a vlog I found of it. They go up there and just stand with their ass facing these 3 microphones that are all pointed at their chocolate starfish. It's very disappointing. I can't even find the right words to express my disappointment when watching this, so just keep that in mind. It's not going to be very satisfying.
आपको 60 seconds usually दिए जाएंगे.
So this is the first contestant, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the farting tournament. No one is even trying. He's clearly not taking it seriously. If you're going to participate in a farting tournament, commit. Go up there, and if you don't have to fart, then fucking force yourself to shit your pants. I don't care if you straight dookie everywhere and blast it into the microphone. Get some volume to your fart. Go up there and do more than just stand there, because that is the ultimate shame. Like, honestly, when I was reading about this before the tournament happened, I would have expected this man to go up there and just like a fucking anime character going Super Saiyan, screaming, veins popping out of his forehead and arms, biceps bulging. Then all of a sudden, he fucking blasts a fart out that rocks the entire stage. All those sponsors that are right there behind him on that wall, the whole fucking wall would have blown over. They even have a fucking decibel meter there to measure the sound, which doesn't get put to use here at all. It doesn't get any exercise. What should have happened is someone goes up there ready to blow some ass that puts like an infinity sign on the decibel meter.
गाइस देखिए फाट करवाने के लिए क्या क्या किया जा रहा है.
He even calls in for backup with his farting coach, who decides maybe turn him around because he might be fart shy, and even that doesn't work. He just ends up turned around standing in silence like out of the Blair Witch movie where everyone's too afraid to turn around and look at the Blair Witch behind him. On paper, it's a good idea. Hey, maybe his asshole muscles are just clenching up out of, nervousness in front of a crowd. Let's try turning him around and maybe it'll work. But it didn't. He still doesn't fart, and then he shuffles his way off stage getting laughed at.
No. Anyone else wants? Okay.
And that's the last contestant that participates in the tournament. I was expecting a huge tournament. I thought the turnout was going to be massive, fucking selling out a massive stadium, but it was really only like 25, 30, 50 people, maybe. I even considered flying down there for it. I thought this was going to be a huge deal. This is my kind of sport, but luckily I decided not to. Plus, I'm fucking terrified of flying anyway. But you know what I'm saying. This was supposed to be a big deal, and this is what we get? This sad little non-existent wet fart of a tournament? Like, come on now. At least if you can't fart and you have the dignity or the shamelessness to walk up on stage like you're going to fart to get everyone hype, at least surprise us. You might not fart, but maybe piss your pants. Like, hey, I didn't expect that. It's not a fart, but I can't exactly be mad because you're up there making an effort. I could give that an applause and maybe you would have won the tournament. But here they elected that there were no winners because nobody farted. So they're going to have to redo the entire tournament and hopefully get some actual ass athletes out there. So here's hoping the next time around the farting circuit can really make a big show and put on a nice, really impressive performance from the rectum. But anyway, I just wanted to make you all aware that the farting tournament is a sport on the come up, and hopefully we'll see more of it in the future. Much more exhilarating and more action-packed than this one. That's it. See ya. The jewelry store fight was insane. Oh, Tracks NYC? I saw that. That was a crazy saga, actually. Hold on, let me pull that up if you haven't seen this. A buddy of mine sent me the entire thing.
Receipt from this disgusting company that pretends to be me, says they're Tracks NYC, sells my customer a bracelet, rips them off on the gold. Shit, they're saying it's 14 karat gold? Well, we're gonna test this bracelet right now.
Spoiler alert, it's not. It's a scam. So basically, in a nutshell, Tracks NYC has an impersonator, Akai Jewelers. Akai Jewelers has been selling products under his name, allegedly, though it seems pretty cut and dry, that are not as advertised. But it's a twofold scam because Akai Jewelers is not Tracks NYC, and what the customers of Tracks are being sold is not what they are supposed to be getting. So it's a big time scam.
Start the test.
Tracks NYC found out about it today.
Gold. So did they say they were Tracks NYC?
Yeah, he tried to portray. He tried to sell one of your products. He said that he ran out.
Right.
One of your rings that you purchased.
Right. That we sell. So you came with a picture of Tracks NYC.
Yep. I opened up the website for him.
And then
he's very upset, as you can clearly tell. He's extremely mad because he is now getting a reputation as being a scammer from people that bought from Akai Jewelers claiming that it came from Tracks. They didn't know. So his reputation was getting dragged through the mud. They're getting dog shit quality products, and he is having a reputational damage because of it. So now he found out about it. He's very upset. I'll go ahead and fast forward through some of this. I thought this was a very nice gesture. That was a $22,000 piece of jewelry that his customer got scammed on by Akai Jewelers who was pretending to be Tracks. So what he did is he actually made him whole again, giving him $22,000.
These fucking pieces of shit, okay, rip you off on this fucking thing. It turned out to be 9 karat gold, right? Yeah. You had a check?
Yes.
So they're going to be giving you $1,000 on top. Here's $22,000 for your fucking trouble. These fucking bum motherfuckers, bro.
You get people in this exchange, people in this. Stop being greedy pieces of fucking lying shit!
Yeah.
I'm Trax. I want this. Coming up with a fucking scheme every fucking time!
Yep.
Keep fucking scheming, bro! 9 fucking carat this, 2 carat that, this, that. Security what, bro? Fucking bullshit, bro! Stop fucking stealing! You gotta come up. I want my fucking money, motherfuckers.
So after that, he then confronts Akai Jewelers directly. He then goes up to them, which is the clip you've probably seen.
My fucking money, motherfucker! Where's my fucking money, bitch? What? Where's my money? I got this fucking bracelet. Where's my fucking money? What are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna fucking do? Doc, motherfucker, you say VVS, I3, 14 carat, and you're using my name, you bitch! Yeah, 6447. Thief! You fucking thief! Bitch!
Yeah, in front of everyone here, every customer, in front of God and anime, he's going in. He's going hog wild on his ass right here, airing it all out. Also, I didn't learn this until, looking into this more. He was in Uncut Gems. Trax. He had, like, a small cameo in Uncut Gems, which I thought was fucking awesome.
Stop, take it. No. Get the fuck your hands off of me, bro. Get your fucking hands off of me, bro. Calm down.
So you think that's where it ends, right? Like, they escort him out, he got all his anger out, it bubbled over, that's the end of it, then maybe he takes legal matters into his own hands here, because, I mean, that's very clearly a lawsuit right there. He is being impersonated by this other jeweler, and his customers are being misled and even potentially scammed. But that's not it. They got into a fucking scuffle. Look at this.
Oh, they wildin'.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh, they wildin'.
Oh my god!
Oh, they wildin'.
Oh my... Oh fuck. Please
Oh,
say-
they wildin'.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh, they
my
wildin'.
Oh my god!
They got him by his ear.
Do we gotta do something here?
Oh my god!
So that goes on for a little while. Trax makes a follow-up after the little brawl here in an ambulance.
These Akai motherfuckers just try to strangle me with my own chain because I exposed what they did.
Oh, they don't have the ambulance one in here?
You know what I'm saying? They straight up fucking tried to strangle me with my chain like this. That's how angry these motherfuckers got because I showed what thieves they were. So, Akai tried to kill me,
it's here.
choke me with my own chain like this, strangle me, jump me, I'm in the hospital. If you're a lawyer who could help out, please DM me. All right, everything they did was so horrifying. So please send me a DM if you're a lawyer. I'm in the hospital. Going to the hospital.
A crazy saga. A crazy saga. Watch the other angle of the fight. He literally slaps a bald dude's head. I didn't see that angle. Where's that one? I didn't see that. I've only seen that angle of the fight from like the top-down aerial view, like the football cable cameras, basically. He got spit on, and that's what started the brawl. Oh, is that what started it? Okay. I've seen a lot of his content before, and he's always super passionate about his work, so this is super valid. Full disclosure, I don't know anything about Trax. I learned everything about him today. But based on all of the evidence I've seen, like what's been presented, which seems pretty cut and dry, his anger seems very understandable. You could make an argument that maybe he should have just went to a lawyer to start instead of confronting him directly and going like ballistic. But I mean, if your reputation's being dragged through the mud without you even knowing about it because another company or another jeweler is copying you and selling fraudulent products, you're probably going to react pretty passionately. And this is a really good thing for Trax's brand, I think, because now this is blown up. Now everyone sees Trax like fighting for the customers that got scammed. He gave him 22 grand of his own money out of pocket to make him whole for someone else scamming him. Like, overall, like, it's a really good look for Trax.
So while you could say, like, yeah, maybe, like, going up to him was too much, I think he's going to come out with a bigger W because of it. And it also shows Akai Jewelers looking extremely shitty, being confronted directly and getting their name out there for all of this, too. If the chain was fake, it would have snapped. Well, I don't think it was necessarily him calling it fake. It wasn't what the customer was buying. It was supposed to be certain amount of carats, which it wasn't, and it was supposed to be a certain type of gold, which it wasn't. That was the scam. Not that it was, like, all around fake. At least as I understand it, based on what he was showcasing. And, yeah, good point. Even if it was exactly what they said they were selling them, they did it under a false pretense. They were using Trax's name to sell it, which they are not associated with Trax. You can't do that. So, yeah, they'd still be in the wrong for that, too. And from what I can tell, it seems like he's had problems with them before. So this is not the first time something like this has happened. Go to Trax NYC's Twitter account. It has the slap. The bald-headed slap. Let me see.
Bitch, you fucking bitch.
Oh, damn. Oh my god. That spit was crazy. That was like a shotgun blast. He like bird shot at him.
Fucking little bitch. You fucking bitch.
Yo, don't fucking
fuck out.
That did make a very satisfying slap sound effect.
Fuck out of here.
And then that's the brawl we saw. Damn, man. You don't spit on a person. No, I mean, spitting on someone is literally the fucking assault off rip. So, I mean, to be fair, Trax didn't... He was not the one that started that. The guy spitting on him was. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I saw that earlier today. This whole saga was nuts. I'm very curious what Trax is going to do next, though. Like, I imagine he has to take it to, like, court now, right? To sue them? Because they're not going to give him, like, any of, like, the money or anything. And even if they did, that doesn't fix what happened, right? So I imagine he has to take it, like, through the system next. Will he get in trouble now for physically fighting them? I don't know, man. I'm not a lawyer. But spitting, you can't spit on a person. It's assault. Or battery. I can't remember. Here, I'll just look it up. It's one or the other. Battery. Spitting on someone is considered battery. It is legally classified as battery, not assault. I knew it was one or the other. I couldn't recall. Damn, I didn't know that. Really? I thought most people knew that. You can't just spit on someone. Like, that's fucking disgusting shit. And that is literally... If you get spit on, you're starting a fight. No one is just going to take that spit and walk away. Well, I guess I wouldn't say no one. I guess in some circumstances people would, but for the most part, when you spit on someone, that is you starting a fight. Would have leaped that counter. He almost did, man. When he got spit on, he fucking threw that thing up, but the bodyguard pulled him away. He's literally ripping it up and the bodyguard pulls him away. That man, he was about to get Goldberg speared by Trax. Play the clip one more time. Oh, for the slap.
Yo, don't fucking
That does make such a nice, satisfying little donk sound there. I think it's staged. Oh no, I don't think so either. At first I could maybe seeing... When I first saw it, like the first couple of clips, I thought maybe being performative. But once I saw him like actually approach him, this is genuine anger. This is 100% genuine anger. It's a real brawl. He is in an actual ambulance. Like, I do not think this is staged by any means. Plus, what jeweler would agree to playing the scammer? That is a business ruiner. That just wouldn't make any sense. That crash out breaking shit behind the counter is a tell too. True. Vince McMahon. Yeah, I'm sure this goober from Akai Jewelers is playing Vince McMahon right now. I'm sure that's what he wanted.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm playing Shred Sauce for the PC. Let's do this shit. I know arrow keys move, and I think space is jump. Big air! Oh fuck, stay strong! Yeah, successful grinding. That'll take gold at the Winter X Games. Round 2, approaching it with an ass full of shit. 360 it. Incredible! Damn it. I was just checking behind me, making sure the mountain's still intact after all those explosive tricks. Now, how do I accelerate? Alright, I'm just checking behind me, making sure there's no snowmen sneaking up on me. It's always good to err on the side of caution in these situations. 1 minute you're skiing, the next minute you're getting your titties squeezed by Frosty the Snowman. Oh, there we go, that did something. What was that? Right ass cheek clear, left ass cheek clear. Houston, we are good to go. We have a green light for blast off. How the fuck do I turn around? You know what? Fuck pissing. We're gonna go like this. It's a risky maneuver. His whole shit producer can get torn in half, but we're going for it. Hit it! Yes, yes! He survived. Nice work. Oh, son of a bitch! Fucking shit, damn it. Will somebody call the park ranger to give me a hand here? Or perhaps contact an arborist to get this tree the fuck out of here? I'm stuck here. There's gotta be a way to use these ski poles. Oh fuck! Oh shit, what the fuck? Did I hit something, or was that a massive gust of wind? Was it 0? Is that what I hit? Yeah, it is. There we go. Look at me zooming around on this mountain. I don't even need the damn ski poles. I'm a fucking airbender. This is splendid. Oh, massive air. Nice landing. More massive air. He's just getting his wiener sucked by the air. Too bad he's not a human. He's a slab of concrete on skis. We can make it to the mountain. You just gotta keep skiing, you useless statue. Oh, what the fuck? Might as well open up our suitcase of tricks. Oh shit, there's actually text over here. Shred sauce. Well, how do you like the toilet scrubber? The malfunctioning windshield wiper. The food processor. Asshole. I know that many of you have seen skiing before, but have you ever seen some shitting? Ah, completely missed the grind. Oh shit, fuck! It's all part of the trick, folks. Stay in your seats. Don't be alarmed, there we go. A solid landing. That ought to get the spectators watching more. Oh, fucking damn it! Everyone always said, a mannequin just cannot ski. Imagine the look on their faces when one brings home the gold! Give them that shit, the 1080! Land it. Perfect. Excellent landing. Let's keep up the momentum. Hit him with the fucking interdimensional spins! Incredible! Oh, some non-Euclidean grinding. This is absolutely stunning. Oh, an encore for some bitches. Land it. Perfect. Fuck, am I landing on landmines? Why am I jumping so much? Steady the ship! I will prove once and for all that no one can defeat me at Limbo. Not even a tree. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to add that. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's crunch time. Perfect. Absolutely marvelous. I looked at the controls, and apparently you can do some real tricks. So let's see how these compare to the spins I was doing. Give it to them. Oh, there's that shit. Look at that shit. Fucking incredible shit. Another impressive trick. Now he's going to outer space. In space, no one can hear you shred. What the fuck is going on? This must be how you keep combos going when you ski. This is a skier's manual. Oh shit. Land it. Land it. Damn it. That was a rather gentle landing. We damn near achieved warp speed. Alright, where do I go now? How does nature produce something like this? It's a fucking anomaly. This is a rock-solid, near 90-degree wall. Nature must be full of fingers if they think this is gonna stop me. Turbojets engaged. It's as easy as that. You just need some speed. And you just need a little toe touch. Just a little toe touch. Perfect landing. Alright, well I shredded the shit out of this mountain. Alright, well I'm done playing this. Well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
Pranksters are more hated than the common cold,
but for the longest time there was always one prankster people would say bucks the trend of just going out and harassing people and actually does like clever, fun pranks that are both enjoyable for viewers and even the people who get pranked usually end up laughing. And that was Ross Creations. But with his latest super stinker, nobody's laughing. It's actually done a big number on his reputation, put a huge blemish there, and a lot of people are extremely upset with him. It's pretty easy to understand why. When I heard what his latest prank was, I don't even know if you can call this a prank, it's killing animals, not really a prank per se. When I heard that it was Ross Creations that did that, I didn't believe it. Drew told me yesterday, and he said, you know Ross Creations? And the first thing out of my mouth was, yeah, I really like that guy. And then he said, oh, well, did you see his newest Instagram reel? To which I responded, no, because I'm not a big Instagram user, so he showed me. And it's fucking baffling that he thought this was somehow a good idea.
Oh, what do we got here? A possum. You are going to Mars. Yes. Oh my God! Bam! He just walks away. Oh man.
Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town? The possum doesn't just walk away. It is limping away, most likely to go die an agonizingly slow death from all of the internal injuries it has suffered from being launched fucking 50 feet into the air. Because Ross Creations wanted to LARP as Kraven the Hunter here and just blast possums into space. I think his brain went to Mars. Like, I don't know what he thought would be a slam dunk with this video, but it is shocking. He just shows animal cruelty. You can even see in the community note, it literally just lists out the penal code here. He's in Florida, much like me. It is just textbook animal cruelty. Possums aren't even really pests either, by the way. Only like farmers consider them pests because they do like go after like eggs, chickens and stuff like that. But for just an average, just ordinary person, possums aren't really pests. In fact, they actually do a lot of pest control for you. So him just targeting possums to launch and kill them is unhinged. And believe it or not, I actually saw some enlightened Redditors in the comment section trying to educate us plebeians that possums can actually tank this. This kind of impact actually does nothing to a possum. They don't even feel it. They're a lot like squirrels in that regard. And I had to take a moment to compose myself and realize that that was a real sentient human being that typed that, and it almost made me shed a tear. Buster, possums are not like squirrels, they're significantly more dense, and they do reach terminal velocity. So while it may not have just exploded on impact like a fucking bomb going off with blood and gore flying all over the place, you can clearly see it limping away, and it is absolutely suffering, and no doubt will likely die from those injuries it sustained. That is an extreme distance to fall that possums cannot just tank. Some of these goobers in the comments section were talking about possums like they're goddamn Thanos. Like, that is not how this works. This device is an alley-oop for gravity to assassinate possums. I don't even understand what the content idea here was, so he seems disappointed that the possum walks away. So the video was going to be launching the possum, having the possum hit the ground, and then a mangled corpse. And he thought that that would go over well. He thought that'd be like thumbs up across the board. The description on the video just says W, so he thought this was like a great move. What kind of psychopath shit is that? The guy whose own YouTube description says pranks but not mean, branded himself as like a good prankster, built a reputation as being a prankster that like even the people who get pranked appreciate because it was fun and entertaining, all of a sudden drops a video killing possums. That was his idea. How fucking stupid can you possibly be? Let's go ahead and play ball with fanfic where Ross views them as a pest because he's a big-time green thumb farmer, which he's not. But let's say he was, and he hates possums. He's got a big problem with possums coming in there and fucking slapping his chickens around or whatever. So he wants to handle the issue himself instead of calling a professional. This is not the way to do it. This is extraordinarily inhumane. It is textbook animal cruelty. Like this... There is absolutely no wiggle room for any kind of justification here at all. It is just torturing these possums. They die a slow, painful death. So even though it looks like that possum walks away, if you really stretch, it is limping very slowly off of frame.
But even if you think that it walks away, it doesn't live happily ever after from the extent of those injuries. There's no world where it fucking survives that. But let's say it did. Let's say it did somehow get out of there, but it's all bruised and beaten up, looking like Ed, and Eddie after the town just attacked them for their most recent scam. How the fuck would Ross ever think that is content that would be received well? Launching a possum in the air and brutalizing it, but at least it survives. Why did he think people would respond positively to that? That's not silly. That's not like ha ha ha, hilarious. That's just fucking weird. And the idea, apparently, was that it would kill the possum. Like, Ross seems disappointed that it walks away. I really don't get what he was expecting with this one. This shit is just unhinged, and I was shocked to see that it was Ross Creations that did this. I just had to yap about this a bit, because most other pranksters, I expect a level of, like, unfathomable degeneracy. But with Ross Creations, I don't think I would have ever predicted he'd be someone to make a video like this. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm going to be using the Vine Sauce ROM Corruptor on some Nintendo 64 games. Let's do this shit. Well, Link's being dragged behind a horse. So he must have been caught by a group of cowboys while doing something mischievous. I'm sure glad I slept on the floor instead of that awful bed. Just look at that shit, it's just a Lincoln log with a bedsheet over it. This floor is comfortable as fuck. I feel excellent. Just a little morning stretch and I'll be ready for action. Where the fuck am I right now? Oh shit, there I am, I'm under the platform. Alright, so I guess Link is an undercover Kakuna. Oh fuck, this is a recipe for disaster. Saria is just gonna run over here and hurl a Pokeball at me. Well, hello there to you too, Miss Saria. I say we just demolish the ground, get rid of it entirely, who needs it? And I must say, Link has a textbook movement position here. He looks like a boomerang that's perpetually stuck in the air but can still be sentient. I've been devoured by the wall. This is the ultimate nightmare, shared throughout the universe by multiple species. The day when you can no longer trust walls is the day the universe crumbles. Crawling through the tunnel. Through the tunnel, I crawl. There we go, where am I? Oh. I fooled you, I didn't crawl through the tunnel. I just went through the wall, like any other normal person would do. So go ahead and put that in your science notes. And then take a pop quiz on fucking yourself. Why can't I open this chest? Damn it, why is this so difficult? Oh, there we go, I can read the sign. Just gotta get right up on it and give it a hug, so I can make out the words. Oh, read it again. Alright, let me open this fucking chest, thank you. Yeah, here we go. Incredible cinematography. This is the director's cut Ocarina of Time. Well, that's about what I expected. If you're gonna ride a horse, you may as well be 30 feet above the horse. I wonder how high I can make Link go. If I can just keep adding to the value. And if it'll keep increasing his altitude, let's see. That's a little higher, but it's not high enough, damn it. I'm not stopping until you're in space, you son of a bitch. And I guess I sent him too high, he's not on the screen. Step aside, Commander Shitty. Invisible. Alright, well, not invisible, I guess. I don't know how the fuck he saw me, I am invisible. I mean, he could see me, but he couldn't stop me, but I don't know how the fuck he saw me. Because I'm not even on the fucking screen, he must have, like, infrared goggles or some type of really advanced shit. Either way, he is a qualified guardian of the forest. Oh, there I am. Just taking a little extreme lounge in the sky. Just a little snooze. Saria, please help me. I don't know what the fuck you're saying to me, Saria. Speak English, not hieroglyphics. Just please give me some assistance here. I look like a fucking floating bowling ball with a malfunctioning television for a face. Damn it, Saria, at least give me a blowjob or something to compensate for this. And stop flying through my face, Navi, damn it. You're making a difficult situation. You stole my face, you sack of shit.
Finished the pirate ship I was building for the aquarium. There. That shit reminds me of the time I went diving for pirate treasure.
I'm having a little trouble understanding you, Grandpa Lou. You must be going through a tunnel. The reception's a little fuzzy. Oh, what the fuck is this? Is this one of those songs that's supposed to make it rain? There's Grandpa Lou transmitting a message to the aliens, telling them it's time to invade. What a sick fuck. Well, I guess that's the end of his story about the pirate ship. And what a riveting tale it was. I guess Tommy's trying to fly away here. He's not really getting off the ground, though. Well, I gained 2 cookies, but I guess 2 cookies was too much for the game to handle. Fucking crashed. Holy shit, Tommy. You alright there, Sprout? This bastard just got re-atomized. But the game must go on. 3 spaces, let's rock and roll. I realize you've fallen into a black hole, Tommy Pickles, but we've got a board game to play here. Goodness fucking gracious, look at Chunky Kong in the back, he's turning into a seagull. What is happening to that poor fellow? I tell you, I remember the song pretty well, but I don't remember the animation being this crisp and fluid. I feel like Donkey Kong should be here. Oh, there he is. He was just exploring a different dimension. The sing-along lyrics are a little behind the actual audio, so if you're trying to sing along, be wary of that. Oh, fuck! Oh my goodness, Donkey Kong is giving us the serving treatment right now. Holy shit. I feel like Donkey Kong just shaved my ass cheeks with those moves. Might just slide out of my fucking chair here now. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Some river dancing action. Oh yeah, take that, you fucking green mutant. I tell you, the choreography here is outstanding. It could easily win every award at the choreography competitions. Just look at those feet. Look at those fancy feet. Look at that shit. Look at that fancy feet. You find me feet like that, and I'll tell you, you found a damn good pair of feet. This is the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, now this abomination left the game, probably to enter some poor soul's nightmares. Oh, there he is. Look at this fucking creature from the Dagoba swamps. It's basically a demented piece of spaghetti. This is just absolutely disturbing. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, so Diddy Kong seems to be locked in a fierce battle against his hat. So this is where the idea for Beyblades came from, huh? Yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like when I go to a club. Professor Donkey Kong is turned into a piece of paper. Will you please help? Holy shit. The blue dude's riding the lizard like a horse. That is impressive teamwork. Ooh, I was impolite. The blue guy was just riding a horizontal motorcycle.
To keep Donkey Kong distracted. Steal that hoard of golden bananas he treasures so much.
They seem like a trustworthy group of gentlemen. They seem loyal, charismatic. I'd trust them to save the world. Especially that pink guy. His energy is really impressive. He seems very passionate about his job.
I hope for your sake you're right this time.
No.
Yeah, somebody give Donkey Kong a smooch. That's what he's looking for. Alright, well that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
About 2 weeks ago, a group of thieves made off with over $100 million worth of jewels that they stole from the Louvre. You might have heard of that place before. It's pretty well known, nearly as famous as the Florida Citrus Center. The Louvre houses innumerable, priceless art and jewels. Now, I don't know about all of you, but for me, whenever I hear the Louvre, the first thing that pops into my head is that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where all the art starts coming to life. And kind of similar to Courage the Cowardly Dog, the way that they stole these items is actually cartoonish. It's like actual Neanderthal mode thinking here. So what they did is they got this big ladder, this lift, they drove it up, and then extended it to the second floor, broken through the second floor window, equipped with angle grinders, and then just went to town on the displays. But the displays were pretty resilient, so it wasn't enough. Like, the gadgets they brought weren't enough, so they just threw away the doodads, they disarmed themselves, and apparently started, like, shoulder bashing it and elbowing it until it finally gave way and they were able to lift the jewels out of there. And security guards did actually arrive, which is why we have this footage here, but they were worried that the thieves could have been armed. So they did arrive at the scene, but it didn't turn into like an action movie moment or anything where they started doing like fucking martial arts on each other trying to stop the thieves. They reported to the scene, called the authorities, but the thieves were in and out in about 7 minutes. So they were able to steal over $100 million worth of jewels through this method. They then took the tools with them, as I understand it, and then they left on this lift, and we have footage of them leaving.
This video filmed by security guards in the Louvre shows two robbers leaving the crime scene. They make their way down with a boom lift stationed outside and escape on two scooters just seconds before the police arrive.
Plans don't get more simple than that, and most people, myself included, are very surprised at how easy that appeared to be. And according to some of the French officials, they're also pretty shocked that security was so lax and pretty outdated. So, a very simple plan, sometimes caveman brain is best brain, where you just go and you hit it with an angle grinder and a little elbow grease, and then they make their way out there with $100 million worth of jewels. Now, there have been 5 arrests, which we're going to talk about in just a moment, but they have not recovered any of the stolen jewels here. And the fear is that they are in the process or already have dismantled them so they can sell them, because you can't really sell them as is. These are extremely recognizable, easily identifiable, famous pieces. Who's going to be buying that for $100 million? Fucking Dr. Evil? Like, you're not going to find someone that's going to buy them as is, because then it would easily lead to their arrest. There's no wiggle room to weasel your way out saying, oh, I didn't know that this treasured French jewel was, stolen. Like, it's clearly never going to be sold like that. You know, it's not like a movie where you could sell the fucking Statue of Liberty and some dude will put it in his backyard, some, like, obscenely rich guy. Like, that's just not how it works. So, what they believe is currently going on is that they are dismantling the jewels carefully to keep everything intact so they can sell the jewels individually as opposed to just like an altogether piece, meaning all of these could be lost, destroyed, and that's maybe why they haven't been able to recover it right now. But they're holding on to hope that they're still all together, but I guess we'll see. They have made 5 arrests, so let's go ahead and quickly go over that.
Turning our attention now to Paris, where 5 additional suspects are now in custody, arrested in connection with that daring heist at the Louvre that stunned the world earlier this month, into custody over the weekend. Despite the arrest, the stolen jewels, worth over $100 million, have yet to be recovered.
So here's where things got a little messy and hard to understand for me. So CNN mentions that there have been 5 people that have been taken into custody, arrested in connection to this. I read something from the BBC that 3 of them have been released without charge. And some sources are saying that, not everyone that's been arrested was, present at the scene. They believe that they could be instrumental in getting more clues about the people that were there. What is confirmed is it was a 4-man team. There were 4 men present. There were the guy who drove the truck, another guy that stood behind, at the truck where they pretended like it was renovations, and then the 2 people that actually went in and got the jewels. So it was a 4-man team. They made 5 arrests. Of those arrests, one of them is a woman who is connected to one of the people that they arrested. They believe she is an accomplice that can be helpful in getting more breadcrumbs for them to follow. And then DNA evidence. This is where it got really, fucking muddy for me, because it seems like at least one of the people that was directly involved in stealing the jewels has been linked to this via DNA evidence. But then I also saw that they used DNA evidence to link other people to it as well, but then that got contradicted by other sources. And I saw the word DNA used so many times here, it made me think that they must have just went here fucking full of cum or something, spreading it all over the Louvre, because it sounds like they had so much DNA out the wazoo, shit must have looked like a porn shoot.
Well, as you say, we do understand that one of these latest 5 arrested is one of those who was here on that day. Of course, those 2 that had been arrested over the weekend, also part of that 4-man team. These 2 had been known to police. It was DNA samples that had matched them to the scene of the crime. This latest arrest arrest of one of those four, also tied to the scene of the crime, we understand, by DNA. As to the other four...
Now, I think there might be some kind of like translation error sometimes, which would explain the discrepancy and why not all sources are agreeing on the amount of DNA evidence used here. But I'm still going to give you like a montage of all the ones that have DNA evidence cited as how they were linked. The one that seems to be agreed upon across most sources here is that this 37-year-old man had his DNA found inside the basket lift that was used to get to the second floor and also escape after they stole the jewels. He is claiming that he hasn't done it. The Paris prosecutor said he's denying involvement, so he's hitting him with that classic Patrick Star, is this your wallet? No, but it has your name on it? No. But across most sources I can find, they all agree that his DNA was found inside that basket lift. Another person arrested in connection to this heist was a 34-year-old Algerian national who was arrested while trying to fly to Algeria. Apparently, they had found his DNA matched on a scooter that was used in the getaway. And then finally, the 38-year-old woman who is actually the partner of the 37-year-old man. They have children together, and a small amount of her DNA was found in that basket lift, which could have been possible because, you know, maybe she had, like, left something or whatever on him, which is then transferred to the lift when he got in it. Now, again, like I said, across a bunch of sources that I was reading, some of which were translated, some of them didn't mention the DNA evidence used in, like, the 38-year-old woman or the 34-year-old man. The main one that I saw that everyone seems to agree that DNA that has, like, hard linked them is that 37-year-old in the basket lift. But anyway, it sounds like they had arrested 5 suspects here. Some may have been released, but it looks like they're hot on their tail, but have yet to recover the jewelry. They continue to search for it and try to get all of the items back. I guess we'll see how it goes, but what a crazy fucking heist. Over $100 million worth of this jewelry. I have to imagine that they haven't sold any of it yet, would be my guess. Pretty much every official is saying that this is not like a professional, you know, ordeal. This was not carried out by, you know, Ocean's 11 style geniuses, galaxy brain scheme or anything. These are petty criminals that just did a very simple idea that worked. And I think they're right. This does not seem like the work of some highly organized professional crime unit or anything here. Like, this really does seem like a group of goobers got together and said, what if we took a lift to the Louvre to get to the second floor real quick and then take some angle grinders to the displays? Like, anyone could hatch that idea. Like, that's pretty, like, low neuron activation scheming. So I think they're right. These probably are petty criminals, which leads me to believe they probably haven't started dismantling any of the jewelry yet, because they're probably still trying to figure out how the fuck to do that. Or maybe they're so brazen that they're trying to find buyers for it as is, which is not going to be super quick. So I think there is a good chance that they do recover the jewelry. It's just a matter of when. It seems like they have narrowed in, at least on some very, you know, likely suspects here that are in connection to this possibly. So I guess we'll see how it all shakes down. But anyway, I wanted to yap about this a bit because it really is one of the craziest jewelry heists in modern day. That is an unbelievable haul to make off with from one of the most famous locations on the planet. Full stop. The Louvre. That's crazy. So anyway, just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's it. See ya.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm playing Hard Time for the PC. Let's do this shit. It's time to create my character. Chef Vortivask. It's perfect. He's gonna be strong as an ox, stupid as ass crack hair. His only crime? Cooking delicious meals for all who are hungry. That looks like the face of a man who's seen some shit. So much shit that his nose is stained with the stench of shit. It's time to begin. Chef Vortivask, this court has seen you accused of terrorism and heard your defense. Why the fuck is Bill Clinton reading an encyclopedia? And what the fuck is wrong with this dude's mouth? The trial has gone on quite long enough, so I'd like to take this moment to deliver my verdict. I find you guilty and sentence you to 60 days in Southtown Correctional Facility. Well, fuck you, you tuxedo-wearing son of a bitch. That may not be a long time, but it'll be hard time. You'll be lucky if you survive. And you'll be lucky if you survive the hostile takeover when your mouth decides it's ready to conquer your face. I'm going to kick your ass, come here! Fuck, I don't know the controls. Alright, shit. Let's try, there we go, there's some movement. Looks like he's walking in rubber cement. He's got like fucking plungers on the bottom of his shoes. Can we speed up the tempo? Yo, there we go. There we go. Oh, there's a little overhead haymaker. Found the pause button. That's useful. Fuck it, I know 2 controls. That's more than enough. It's time to tango. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Oh shit, I got him in a headlock. Say titties. Say titties. Fuck. Chef Vordevask is just taking a nap, storing energy. We're back up and ready for the action. Come here. The fight continues. Say titties. Say titties. Hey, SO20. You've got no business putting your hands on a police officer. You realize this is the 3rd time I've had you in the Gorilla Grip headlock. Why is it only an issue the 3rd time? What about the 1st and 2nd? If you want to pick a fight with us, we'll make your life even more unbearable inside these walls. That's it. That's it. You have slid the fuck right in with the shit. Those are fighting words. Now straighten up and fly right before I show you how hard a real man can hit. You've done it now. Oh, my ass cheeks are jiggling with fury. Eat this with a bowl of cereal. What the fuck? I just hit him with a Muay Thai body obliterator. I'm surprised he didn't just explode. Now I have to elude this officer. He's chasing me with a syringe of nipple sperm. Oh, you're back for dessert, are you? Fucking flying hawk swoop. Fucking bounced off the wall. He even grabbed a stick of dynamite and couldn't do anything. That is absurd. Oh, the shoe is on the other foot. I'm chasing him now. Can I hit him with like a flying kick? I guess not. Oh, but who needs it? Close quarters combat. Oh, just threw him to the ground. Like a potted plant to a pit of spikes. A little knee to the face never hurt anybody. Fucking UFC better watch out. Chef Vordevask has 2 degrees. 1 in culinary arts and a PhD in kicking asshole. His attacks can melt molecules. Wait, time out. Cell phone's ringing. I gotta answer it. Just hold on. How do I answer the cell phone? Answer your cell phone, chef. I probably should have turned his intelligence up. This bitch can't even answer his own cell phone. Can I leave this area? Are any of these doors open? Or even real? Oh, there we go. Jackpot. Venturing into an undiscovered area. An uncharted land absent from modern maps due to its shit. Attention, prisoner S-20 is wanted for the attempted murder of Warden Schwartz. You are selling the chef short. It is not attempted murder. The bitch is dead. Clobbered. Sautéed by the chef. You almost killed Warden Schwartz, you animal. You're under arrest for attempted murder. You are mistaken if you think you're going to keep this chef in a headlock. He will reflect the sun's rays off his baldness right into your face and burn a hole through your skull. The mildly shitty ass is going on now. What happened? I was just in a scuffle and now I'm here? I never intended to hurt Warden Schwartz. It was a disagreement that got out of hand. He's not wrong, Your Honor. That's exactly what happened. Okay, you can both stop bickering. I'll settle this. Just give me a minute to think over the facts. Take all the time you need, but you're just beating around the bush. Warden Vesey cannot wiggle his finger like a Twizzler. I can. So, ladies, please form a single file line. This court rules in favor of Chef Vordevask. There's no need for the suspense. It's clear that Chef Vordevask is innocent. Holy shit! I like my justice the way I like my steak. Raw. You're being a drama queen, Warden Vesey. Warden Schwartz was never in any serious danger. Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't agree more with that statement. It sounds like nothing more than an accident. Just try to deal with it better next time. Yes, it is your fault. You let it get that out of hand, Vesey. It was just an accident. Have you never had an accident, Vesey? Have you never seen a lonely tree and then accidentally blast ass juice from your anus? All in all, that was a successful day at the courtroom for Chef Vordevask and really all human beings. Oh, what is this? Attention, Warden Schwartz has been found dead. Why is this breaking news? That was a few days ago. You living under a rock? Why is this a news bulletin? His untimely death is thought to be related to a dispute with Chef Vortivask. Who's doing their investigating? Fucking Sherlock Holmes? This is outstanding. We at the prison are deeply saddened by his passing, and our condolences go to his family on the outside. Now you're just blowing shit all over the place. He didn't have a family. All he had was a collection of exotic leaves to keep him company. Are you trying to frighten me, you elderly lumberjack? Is that what you're trying to do here? Oh, sweeping the floor, are you? Alright, here you go. That's what you get. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's it. The fastest right hook in the business. Enjoy the noogie, fuck. There we go. Finally picked up the brick. The secret ingredient in one of my recipes. And that recipe is death. Oh, shit. A direct hit right to the forehead. The chef deep fried his brain in pain using that brick. It's like he's verbalizing a fleeting thought. Like I must have KO'd him right in the middle of one of his shits. The gun is mine. Fuck the brick. Get out of here. Oh, fuck. That dude can't catch a break. That brick just hit him. Now how do I use this gun? I'm just like smacking my nose with it, giving myself a black eye. Oh, there we go. Open fire. Alright. Well, that dude's tough. Now he's just sleeping off the bullet wounds. Alright, I'm leaving this area. That poor dude's getting a blowjob from a brick. Let's see what we got over here. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. This is the room I started at. Attention, prisoner SO20 is under arrest for carrying a brick. Well, that's quite the charge. Do you have any evidence to support such a hefty allegation? Even if, by some stretch of imagination, I was carrying a brick, who's to say I wasn't using it to lay the foundation to a more durable and generally better facility? Fuck, I gotta flee. You'll never catch me. Son of a bitch. You're wanted for carrying an illegal item, SO20. It's only a matter of time before we catch you. Well, you just eviscerated Vortivask's calves, so I'm pretty sure he's down for the count. That should make that task of catching him easy. You are really not seeing this opportunity you have to catch the elusive Vortivask. His calf muscles have been destroyed, annihilated. Oh, he's better now. Last mistake you'll ever make, officer. I'm going for the pool stick. Look at the moves. It's mine. Here you go. Take some of this. Ah, shit. Oh, wow. Like a fucking samurai with the pool stick. Damn it. Shit. Fuck. Get up. I need the pool. Oh, wow. No honor. Oh, what the fuck kind of prehistoric ancient headlock technique is this? I found that brick and was on my way to report it to the wardens when they grabbed me. Your Honor, that's the truth. He is telling you exactly what happened. Alright, you think over the facts, and then you'll realize that Chef Vortivask is telling you the truth. And that the warden over there is simply shoving his elbow in his dick hole. Chef Vortivask shall be acquitted from all charges. Fucking shit! That right there is the face of an innocent man. Warden Dickon, there's no evidence to suggest that this brick was used for any crime. I see they haven't found the body yet. I can't punish this man over your suspicions. Simply confiscate the item and leave it at that. That's all you need to do. Just take the brick. Then I'll find another brick, and make that brick reproduce. Perhaps invite over some of its friends that are also bricks, and we'll build a fucking house of bricks. I'm done playing this. Well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
I told you, it's only getting worse, man. Yesterday I made that video going over the silly, goofy fight over Pokemon cards at a restock, which, again, Pokemon restocks are basically the purge at this point. You're not actually even going there for product. You're going there to either get your teeth punched out or your skull caved in. It's just become a place where it's a PvP-enabled zone, and people throw hands and try and get as much
Pokemon product as they can, just gluttonously consuming it to try and turn around and sell it for a profit. And in the video I made on that yesterday, I said that it's only a matter of time before someone gets killed over it. There's already been a shooting over Pokemon cards, and I'm sure there will be a murder around the corner. And it turns out that that did already happen. I just learned about a case in Chile where a 20-year-old woman who is a Pokemon vendor was kidnapped and killed by a couple looking to rob her of her Pokemon cards. So they kidnapped her and murdered her in her apartment and stole her Pokemon cards. Now, there's no English outlets reporting on this case as of right now, so all of the information I'm getting comes from Chilean sources directly, which I have to translate. And on YouTube, they only have auto dubbing available, which I find to be pretty unreliable. I don't think it's entirely accurate, but I've checked some people in Chile that are relaying the information as well that corroborate a lot of what the auto dubbing is saying. So the story is true based on all the information here. Just certain elements of it might be a bit incorrect, like the value of the Pokemon cards they stole. It's reported that this couple robbed and murdered this woman for 3,000 pesos worth of Pokemon cards, which is not expensive. That's not a huge value there. They didn't get the fucking one piece or anything. They basically got like 2 hamburgers worth of Pokemon cards. So like I feel like maybe that number is incorrectly translated, or maybe they truly did do all of this over that little amount. Like the Pokemon card hysteria is completely out of control, so it's possible it really was over just that little amount. But no matter how expensive the Pokemon cards were, it doesn't justify murdering someone for them. That is a vile, evil action. And they have been taken into custody. They have been arrested. They are being charged with robbery and robbery with homicide. So, fingers crossed they get maximum punishment here.
Another important part of this investigation is precisely to reveal the amount of Pokemon cards that were ultimately stolen from the victim. We are talking about Camila Dominic and Olortig Quispe, as Florencia was telling you, a young woman who is only 20 years old, and this incident is being investigated as a robbery with homicide. Unfortunately, and this is what the family is asking for, the body of this 20-year-old woman has not yet been found, but all the evidence that the prosecution has at this time leads them to a single answer, that a homicide occurred inside the apartment of one of the defendants.
Her name was Dominic Camila Olortigwe Quispe, and she was reported missing for quite some time. Investigators believe that she was murdered in one of their apartments, this Chilean couple. They, based on some of the other reports that I read, as well as what I was watching from broadcasts, they found surveillance footage that shows them taking her into an apartment, and she never leaves.
Unfortunately, in addition, the 2 defendants, 2 people, a man and a woman under 30 years old, are also being held in preventative detention. Now, what happened? This young woman was selling Pokemon cards in a community of young people who exchanged these cards. She was moving around
trade
with her
show,
card, where she had an approximate value of cards worth around 3,000 pesos. This would be the method of procedure.
What?
Why? The reason why the defendant would...
So they kidnapped and killed her to steal 3,000 pesos worth of Pokemon cards. What the fuck? This was the first report I watched on it that gave the general overview of everything that unfolded. It was a couple. They had got Dominic Camila to their apartment, and she never left. They have security camera footage of her going in, and then they only ever have footage of the perpetrators leaving. And there's a lot of other things that they found on the security camera footage. But in this report, they said that the value of the cards they stole was 3,000 pesos, which again, that's literally buying like a handful of gummy worms. That's not a lot at all. But in the other report I was watching, they say 3 million pesos, which is quite a bit more. Not that it changes anything here. Having someone's life taken over Pokemon cards is completely unacceptable, and this couple should 1000% never see the light of day again. They should be locked in a hole for the rest of their lives. This is a genuinely evil action that is unforgivable. but I just wanted to show that since there aren't any English sources that are reporting on this as of this moment, I have to rely on translations, and they're not entirely accurate. So the story does get a little muddy. So if there's any things that I'm messing up, I apologize. But this is a very serious story, and one that I just can't help but yap about, man. The state of the Pokemon hobby couldn't be worse.
Robbery, because the victim's belongings were allegedly stolen. A cart that she usually used to move her folders which contain these Pokemon cards that are valued at close to 3 million pesos. And finally, that is what also leads the prosecution to part of the evidence used by the prosecution to indicate that a robbery occurred here, and that they later attempted to, or ultimately killed, this 20-year-old woman. We must review the words of the prosecution that refer to this case. Sendum, the victim is seen entering the apartment with the defendant, and only the defendant is seen leaving on several occasions. And the defendant must have entered with the defendant, and always taking the victim's cart, where she had all her letters, which were the ones with the greatest value.
The auto-dubbing is just really falling apart. It's sucking major ass here. But from what I can piece together with this broadcast as well as what I've read, is that on the security camera footage, they know that Dominic Camilla was in the apartment. She went into that apartment. And they also know through the security camera footage she never left. But the couple did on numerous occasions and had even left with Milla's belongings. And what she said there with letters that had the most value, I think they were talking about the cards. They left with her Pokemon cards, the greatest value Pokemon cards, and they have evidence of that through this footage.
And there are also videos where the defendant is seen entering the supermarket to buy these garbage bags and packing tape. According to the prosecution, these security cameras are key to the investigation, and they are continuing the investigation based on these records, which show the defendant's constant comings and goings from an apartment on Monjita Street in the Santiago commune, where the victim was allegedly taken, and from which apartment the victim never left. These records are important because the body of this young woman, who is only 20 years old, Camilla Dominic, has still not been found.
They're also alleging that through the security camera footage, they saw that this couple was getting trash bags and tape and bringing it into the apartment and just very suspicious shit like that. That is extremely shady. So they haven't found her body. They are still investigating and doing all they can to locate that, but they are treating this as robbery with homicide. That's what they are pursuing here. They have enough evidence to support that, it seems, and it is just fucking sickening, man. I know I've made so much content on it recently, I just can't help blabber about it. I'm obviously very passionate about TCGs, have an entire fucking channel dedicated to it. So seeing what's happened to not just Pokemon, but just TCGs across the board really sucks. And in Pokemon in particular, it is really in the shitter. It is just terrifying. People being beaten to a fucking pulp, people being shot over Pokemon cards, and now even people having their lives taken over Pokemon cards. And again, there's other examples of scalpers going crazy and all like, you know, trying to get their hands on the same stuff to try and flip for like a fucking $5 profit over the years. But for Pokemon in particular, it has become just deplorable. Like, Team Rocket doesn't beat up Ash Ketchum or shoot Pokemon trainers to get their hands on the Pokemon, and they certainly don't murder people over it, but the fucking Chilean Jesse and James here certainly do. It's scary, and it's only getting worse. Like I said, it has spiraled totally out of control now. It's heartbreaking hearing about what happened to this woman in Chile. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's really it. See ya.
What's up everybody, it's Critical. I'm playing Toho 10. Let's do this shit. Oh, I'm playing Lunatic difficulty. Ain't no time for shitting. What is this? Oh, this is a conundrum, but I'll choose her. I can't read Alien, but I'll choose the top one. Now I know the controls, so asses will be spanked. Let's do it. Here we go. A fucking flawless start. That is incredible. Oh, they're trying to get me from the flank. Oh, I'm just dancing with him. I'm just dancing with him, taking him to the ballroom for the waltz. Fucking welcome to the Space Jam. I got Little Red Riding Hood firing on all cylinders, wheeling and dealing. Oh, this is remarkable. Oh shit. Oh fuck, they've got me in between a rock and a hard place. Dodge. Ah shit. Do not panic, we still have a powerful ally on our side. My wiener. Oh fuck, dodge. I gotta dodge it. Dodge. Yes. Shit. Went headstrong right into that laser beam. I'm using the bombs now. There's no holds barred. What the fuck? So this is what the asshole looks like just before a fart. Dodging. Fuck! Shit. Vengeance will be swift. And severe. Fuck, I'm out of bombs. Resorting to evasive abilities. You cannot scratch that which wears a medieval suit of armor. Look at these dodges. Fuck! They're squirting diarrhea at me. Oh, I dodged it. Oh, shit. Alright, here we go. This is... Fuck! Alright, I got it now. I got it now. Not even the mightiest of caterpillars could stand up to a rhinoceros. And you are not the rhinoceros in this scenario. Yes! Oh, what the fuck? It's stopping me from shooting. Let me shoot. Oh, there we go. Must have been a cutscene before a boss battle. I'm not afraid of this boss, though. I got bombs on my side. You can't handle this shit. Call 1-800 can't handle this shit. Fuck, I'm out of bombs. And she's tossing balloons at me. And I'll just dodge everything. It's not an issue. Son of a bitch. My dick is hard. My nipples are too. Go ahead, put your titties in my shoe. Got 2 hands. Both hands have fingers. When I take a shit, the smell lingers. My shit may not always make it to the toilet. I'll put it in a pan on the stove and boil it. That's right, eat my shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A low-calorie diet. Bitch, it'll make you thinner. Fuck! Fuck! I was kicking ass there for a while. It's alright, I should still be able to pose a threat to a house made out of Legos. Fuck, I had to waste a bomb. The age-old bait and switch. Flawlessly executed, son of a bitch. That's gonna take its toll in the boss battle. She's launching knotted pubic hairs at me, but I'm fighting back with plasma anus rings. Shit, I'm out of bombs. Gotta dodge. Son of a bitch. The glass is half full. I got the bombs back. Here we go. This is more bang for your buck. This is taking the cake and fucking it too. Go fuck yourself, bonus failed. I don't give a shit about the bonus. I'm out of bombs. Oh, what the fuck is this? She just activated Swords of Revealing Light. I'm actually dodging it though. Fuck. This is a pound of ass baloney. How am I supposed to dodge all of that shit? That's fucking ridiculous. I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up. Nice dodging, here we go. Back to the boss battle, back to the home of the house. You see, because a house is a home. So when you enter a house, you're in someone else's home. That's quantum physics 101, bitch. Detonating explosives. I've got her back against the wall now. Shit. I used the bomb too far away, but I guess it really didn't matter. Fuck! She just slapped me with a sword dance. Will a nice bomb tickle your fancy? Say hello to Mitt Bomney. Is your favorite cartoon Bomb and Jerry? Yes. Bonus failed. Splendid. I wouldn't want it any other way. Alright, what do we got here? What is this? Oh shit! Fuck. Alright, I better get to start right from this change in scenery. I better not have to go through all that shit again. Thank goodness. My word, if I was forced to go through all that asshole shit again, I probably would have sent myself a text message encouraging myself to try again until I complete it. This is actually a lot easier than the last part because I start with full power-ups. You know, it's really fucking awesome how I can just finish stating how it's significantly easier because of the full power-ups, and now I'm just getting bombarded by battleship depth charges. Fuck it. I'll play their own game. I'll drop bombs on this bitch. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. That's it. That's it. I know your scheme, and I know how to counter it. Damn it. Fuck, more bombs. Here you go. I don't know what's shooting me or where from, but these bombs have a blast radius of a big fucking blast radius, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, you think you can hit me with those streams of piss? That's not gonna touch me! No, sir, no piss is gonna touch my shit. The enemy is deploying rice. Attempting to dodge rice. So far, so good. Oh, shit! That's the last straw. I'm like a fucking dodging machine. Damn it! Alright, you know what? If you want to play dirty, bombs. Bombs are dirty. Bombs will scuff up your shoes. Bonus failed. What the fuck does it take to get the bonus? What do you have to do? Do you have to fucking defeat the boss with your titties hog-tied to your hands? I've got this under control now. I'm dodging all of these fucking weird attacks. Oh yeah, this is too easy now. This is... Shit! Pardon the sniffles. My nose is runny. Shit, I have to use a bomb. That was a close call, but it is alright. What the fuck is this? It's like an eagle is flapping its wings, but like shooting 50 caliber rounds while doing it. Just wasted all my bombs on it, and it wasn't even the boss. Alright. Shit, I missed one of the power-ups. Who the fuck is this? Is that Sailor Moon? Is that who I'm fighting? What is this? Oh wow, this is fucking awesome. Hurling go-karts and slot machines at me. There we go, up close and personal. You're not too effective without throwing train cars at me, are you? Oh, you can blow that bonus out your shitter. How are you supposed to dodge that? I didn't have any bombs to deploy, so I couldn't counter it. But how are you supposed to dodge that? That's impossible. Alright, I'm done playing this. Well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
That ever got God, and that he wanted to change
Well, God
his
must have
life.
told him to get the fuck out of there or something, because this man's possessed.
Finally.
Was he arrested for a really shitty hairstyle or something? What was his crime? Is this the whole episode? Oh, this is definitely the whole episode. I have to know how the fuck he...
Offer them $100,000, they're gonna turn you in.
You bet your sweet ass I would.
For that.
I ended up on Eastern Avenue.
I ended up just putting
About a mile
myself
from the
back in
jail I
jail.
escaped from and right
I
next
said...
to
He will attempt to do it again.
Well, how about we just nip that problem in the bud and put him in solitary, where there is no chance of him escaping, shy of performing the world's most incredible magic trick, and literally snapping his fingers and teleporting out. What the fuck is he gonna do in solitary? You're feeding him through a little hole.
Yeah, I'll start it. I've watched so many YouTube horror shorts, and yet I don't think I've ever watched a Dylan Clark one. But it seems like he's like the go-to guy for high-quality ones.
What does God look like? I'm going to show you a painting, or rather, a photograph of a painting. Just take a moment and stare at it. What do you see?
Nothing.
If the answer is nothing, if it just looks black to you, don't worry, that's what I see too. But that's not what everyone sees. The painting I've chosen for this project is titled Portrait of God. While most viewers see nothing, some insist they see a person in the darkness, one that they can describe and draw out with consistent details.
It's a man, or close to a man.
Wrinkled, skinny.
Really skinny.
He looks skinny. He's smiling.
He's grinning. He smiles down at us.
Almost looks like the corners of his mouth got smudged.
It's like he's wearing a mask.
It's too wide.
That guy sounds like me when I'm doing my wizard voice in RP.
His eyes are big.
They're big. They've got this glint in them.
This speckle of light to them. Honestly, it's unsettling. Of course it's frightening. That kind of power should be.
I don't like looking at it. I don't like it.
It's beautiful.
Maybe it's just a trick of the light. Maybe they're seeing something they want to see. But how are their descriptions so consistent? Maybe they really are having a religious experience. And why does God appear to them and not us?
Run it back. Oh! I saw it! My God! They had a big grin!
I'm going to show you a painting, or rather, a photograph of a painting. Just take a moment and stare at it. What do you see?
Does she see it? Nope. Wait. It's there, it's coming into focus. He's not being shy. Nice. Oh no, now she's in the portrait.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Your prayers have been answered. There he is. This looks like the jump scare guy from that mining horror game that I played a while back. Like in the tunnels. Oh my. That was good. So he's doing the Blair Witch remake, huh? Hopefully it turns out better than the last one. You remember those History Channel shows that went on for way too long, like Curse of Oak Island? I don't know Curse of Oak Island. You did just remind me of a show that I fucking love that I saw a clip of today out of nowhere. Mountain Monsters. But no, I don't know Curse of Oak Island. But I do know me some good old-fashioned fucking mountain monsters. Dude, I love it so much, it's actually just them LARPing in the woods. Yeah, I wanted to do something like this with my friends, like a TOC video or something. But, like, we hire guys like this, and we just send them out there on a hunt for, like, various things, like, on our land. It's just, I'm not certain it'd be super safe. Well, we wouldn't give them, like, actual guns for it, no. We'd give them, like, small arms. like fly swatters and stuff. So we'd send them out there with their... We'd treat it like Phasmophobia, right? We'd give them their task, like, go out there and find the Yahoo, and then we'd dress Aaron up or something as the Yahoo. He's out there and he's making a bunch of noise, a bunch of ruckus. That kind of stuff. I think it'd be very cool, I just don't know if it's actually something feasible.
This ain't good, boys. This is bad.
Oh my gosh! What in there? It's Huckleberry! Easy. What in the hell?
Huckleberry?
Huckleberry!
Easy. We come over the top of that hill. What a sight to see. Huckleberry standing up here, buck-ass naked, covered in mud, holding that damn totem pole.
Hell, he's gone, dude.
Get him.
Hit him! Hit him! Ah, shit!
This ain't good.
Fuck! Got possessed by the damn forest woman.
Jeff! Where'd she go? We're walking through the brush looking for Jeff. I look up, and there's a little girl pointing at him. She takes off running. I try to follow her, and she disappears. Where'd she go?
Jeff!
Jeff! Once we got to Jethro, I got a hold of him. This man ain't home. Jeff! Get out of me! Come on! Hey!
No! Jeff!
Get off of me!
We got Jeff down on the ground wrestling with him, trying to get him to calm down. I've never seen Jeff like this.
Get out of me!
You slap him out of it.
That little girl standing right there.
What?
What are you doing? Get cool. Jeff, where'd she go? Where'd she go?
This dark forest and the woman in the woods, she's got a hold of Jeff, and we damn sure got to work with him to get away from her.
Thank God.
What are you doing to me?
We're trying
to help you.
The holy slap. Pushed her out. See, I think that'd be so fun to do. Like, on our land, I think that'd go so crazy. No, this show is great. Mountain Monsters is so good. Oh, if Queso wants to come down and do it, oh, that'd be great. That'd be so fun. But the reason why I say I don't think it'd be overly safe is because I think this land they use is like a set, so they go through and actually make sure there's nothing dangerous in there. Our land, it's no holds barred. Like in the fucking Flintlock video, there was just a giant water moccasin. So like it wouldn't be the safest environment to do it in. And I don't want to go back and somehow make it more safe. A couple days ago, I made a video goofing around while covering the body cam footage that showed an officer being arrested after walking around flashing his badge at strangers in public. And by badge, I mean penis. And since then, I have been inundated with YouTube-recommended body cam videos. And one of these puppies really caught my eye just a little bit ago.
911, where's your emergency?
I'm at Kent State University. I need to get into my building, please.
Okay, is this an emergency? Can you look up the non-emergency number?
I need to get into my building, please.
Okay, I need you to look up the non-emergency number and contact the Kent State University Police
I need to get into my building, please.
What doesn't this dispatcher understand? Ellen needs to get into that building. She's got papers to grade and students to flunk. Like, what the fuck? Someone send over the National Guard ASAP to let Ellen into this building. Why is she locked out in the first place? What kind of nefarious plot is this from Dr. Evil trying to keep Ellen out of her office? This is unacceptable, and he's trying to direct her to the non-emergency line? Has there ever been a more pressing emergency quite like this? This is just disgusting. This dispatcher needs to have a stern talking to. Lord help us if Ellen ever got a hold of him on the horn.
You need to contact the Kent State University Police Department. This is not an emergency.
What is it? I need to get into my...
Look it up, ma'am. I'm going to let you go.
I don't know what it is.
After the college professor repeatedly abuses 911, demanding an officer, she eventually gets her way.
Abusing 911? Why, yada? Are we in an alternate dimension here? What kind of circus is this? Am I taking crazy pills? This is an emergency! This is Ellen! She's worked at Kent State for over 2 decades! Hello? She's not able to access this building! Get the police over there lickety-split to let her the fuck in! Do you not know what position she holds at Kent State?
I'm the school director of the School of Health Sciences.
Gotcha.
I'll show you my driver's license, which is in the car. Can you get me into the building, please, so I can go pee?
Sure. Do you have anything to drink today?
I had a drink.
You had a drink?
A drink.
Okay. Because I can smell a little bit of alcohol on you.
You can smell a little bit of alcohol. That's fine. You can.
Okay.
Is that a problem, officer? What's the crime? What's the charge? Enjoying a drink? A succulent after-hours beverage? For the Kent State Health School Director, Prime Minister, Turbo Ruler Empress?
I had a drink in my colleague's office. That's fine.
In your colleague's office? Where was that at?
In the annex.
Okay. How'd you get over here?
I walked.
You walked over here? Okay. I'd like to give you a couple tests just to make sure you're good to go because I don't want you driving if you've been drinking.
Sir, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I can smell it on you and you're not able to use a card to swipe into the door. So it's
Sir,
a little...
this is not working. This is not working. Can I go pee, please?
Well, here's what I'm saying. You're trying to swipe 2 cards at the same time, which kind of shows me that you're lacking some motor functions.
Yeah, well, you're lacking manners. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. This is Ellen. She has worked at Kent State for over 2 decades. She is the Kent State Health Director, Health Rock and Roll Specialist or something. Yeah, maybe she was relentlessly calling 911 all because she couldn't quite figure out how to scan her card because she was a little too hammered. Who hasn't been there, huh? We've all been there. That door's tricky. That could fool even the most sober of us. All of us would be scanning 2 cards, even without alcohol. I'm sure it's a mistake that happens often. And she just, given her position of power, perhaps a bit of entitlement. Like, hey, I'm gonna need to start using police resources here to get this door open for me. It's fucking absurd, man. I gotta drop the sarcasm. So she's had a little bit to drink, apparently. And she's trying to scan 2 cards at the same time, which is obviously not working. The door's not opening. So then she immediately resorts to calling 911 numerous times here as if it's an actual emergency, diverting resources away from what could legitimately be real possible emergencies out there that now have to deal with this shit. It is a little wacky. I'll tell you what, Ellen. Not great.
I wouldn't want you to...
Can I go pee? Can I pee, please?
Yeah, here, I'll let you in to pee real quick and then we'll talk, okay? Do you have someone you could call?
My husband.
Okay. Do you want to go pee first and start working on calling him?
No, I don't. This is not okay.
What's not okay?
That you're going to call my husband.
No, you're going to call him.
I'm fine.
I don't think you're okay to drive.
I think I'm okay to drive. I have a Tesla.
Checkmate, she has a Tesla. She can be extremely drunk and the car will get her home. No worries. What's the big deal? She has to pee. This officer just must not know who she is. This is Ellen. She's the health director. If she says she's okay to drive, she's okay to drive. She's the health director. She directs health, for crying out loud. Come on, she knows health better than all of us here. And if she just needs to tinkle a little bit, then hop in the old Tesla and get herself home while being, I guess, a little too inebriated to figure out how to open a door that I imagine she's opened thousands of times in the past, then we just need to forget about it and trust her better judgment.
Sir, I'm going to call your captain in a minute.
That's fine. You're not going to drive out of here.
You're not going to be okay.
Is there a bathroom back here you're using?
I'm sorry?
Is there a bathroom in this office you're using?
I'm going to go over there. I'm the school director of the School of Health Sciences, and I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. I just need you to call somebody for me before I go.
I'll be fine.
She's 2-4. Okay. So she said she walked here, though?
So it doesn't seem like it's an emergency here. She doesn't need to hit the urination station urgently. She takes a small detour here to complete a side quest where she takes off the cap and gown in her office, and then also just stays in the office for quite a while to the point where the officers were concerned she crawled out the window to get to her vehicle and drive home. So then they go around the outside to check if she's still there, and they're about to get a big surprise.
Out to the parking lot that way. Yeah, she's trying to swipe like 2 cards at the same time to get in. No, you're not driving home. Okay.
unless she's calling up a window. I mean, the window, there's definitely windows right there.
Turns out she's just sitting in the office now. Just blankly sitting there. Kind of looked like a horror movie scene, like right before a jump scare. I don't know what she's doing. I guess maybe she went over there to start giving some students failing grades for fun. Like maybe that's what she does when she's drunk, just flunk out some students just for the hell of it. I have no idea. But the whole thing was about her not being able to get into the building and how badly she needs to pee. So she calls the police multiple times. Eventually the police show up, smell alcohol on her, realize she might be drunk because she is not able to just swipe a card to get into a building because she keeps trying to swipe 2 cards, which is preventing her from accessing it. I'm also really surprised she even called the police in the first place for that. I don't know why she wouldn't just ask any of the people around her. There's other people on this campus. I'm surprised she didn't just go to anyone else and immediately resorted to going to police. Her sense of entitlement is just that large, I suppose. So anyway, now she's in there, just sitting there. Maybe she's peeing in the seat. I doubt it. But she's just sitting there and still refusing to call someone to drive her home or get an Uber or anything, and still insists she's going to drive.
You're harassing me right now. I don't appreciate it.
No, I'm just making sure you get home okay.
I'm going to be okay.
Okay. Well, I just need to make sure you call somebody here because I don't want you driving home.
I'm going to call Captain Gitman from Kent.
Who's that?
The captain of Kent, if you don't leave me alone.
What's his name?
Captain Gitman of Kent. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and you're going to leave me alone.
Captain Gitman of Kent. Sounds like the name of a character from Game of Thrones. Seems like the officers don't know who that is. I don't know if that's actually their captain or not. But apparently she's got a direct line to him. So, I guess, be ready.
I'm missing a best part that's out there.
It fell down out there?
Yeah. He's going to leave me alone, and I'm going to go home and go pee, and you're going to leave me alone.
Okay, but you're not going to drive.
I'm going to drive home.
Okay, ma'am, you're not going to drive.
I'm driving home, and you're going to leave me alone. I'm fine, and you're going to leave. I have water in my car. I'm fine.
I don't care if you have water in your car.
If she's not actually drunk, then it's just a pretty impressive aggression and sense of entitlement. Like, even the officers kind of chalk it up to her, you know, under the influence. But if she actually is just sober, man, what a bad attitude. Like, she seems very miserable to be around. And also, this is entirely of her own doing. She called the cops multiple times to try and get them out there. They showed up exactly like she was asking for. So, like, she brought all of it on herself.
No, you're going to leave me alone. My husband just had surgery, and I'm driving.
Okay.
Home. Sir, you're going to leave me alone? Do you want me to take a breathalyzer? I'll do that for you.
Nope, don't have one.
What?
I don't have one.
Sir, you're going to leave me alone? I'm fine.
I would have been super curious to see the breathalyzer here, because she's saying she'd take one, but the officer, I guess, doesn't have one, which was pretty surprising.
I will. I have work. You can leave me alone. Look, I could not get in the building because you locked my building.
We didn't lock your building. It locks automatically.
Okay.
So we did you a service by letting you in here.
Okay, I could have driven home with my cap and gown. So can I go pee, please?
I never told you you couldn't. Go ahead.
Not quite the checkmate maneuver she thought that was going to be. I couldn't get into the building because you guys locked it. Which obviously didn't happen. I don't think the officers pulled one over on her here with the fast one. She was swiping 2 cards and couldn't open her own building. And was calling the authorities to come do it for her. Again, she demanded they show up. Like, it's unbelievable. And now she's like, okay, can I go pee? Come on. Grow up. I want to go pee now. Is that okay? Do I have your permission to pee? And the officer's like, yeah, just go pee. Like, no one told you not to. Like, she's been in here for a while now and has still not peed like she said she really needed to do at the very beginning. Like, it's... I don't know, it does feel like maybe she drank a little too much, even though she likes to claim she's not drunk.
Jesus Christ. I've worked here for 28 years.
I understand.
Good. So can you give me my other card back?
I don't have your other card.
I'm not intoxicated.
Well, I think you are.
I'm glad you think I am, but I'm not. And you can have a good day. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can you call somebody for me?
Sure, I will.
Can you do that right now?
I will. In my car.
Now we're starting to get into the big stalemate territory. The officers are getting like really annoyed here, just saying, please call someone. We cannot let you drive that vehicle while we believe you're intoxicated. And based on all the evidence here, like this interaction, she does appear to be intoxicated. She did mention drinking earlier. She claims it was just a drink. It does seem a little different. So like, I think it's a pretty reasonable request to just say, like, can you just call someone, get an Uber, just fucking something, because drunk driving is bad. It's a terrible thing. But she continues to refuse it, and she gets more and more heated about all of it, and as you can probably imagine, it doesn't exactly go swimmingly.
Ma'am, listen, you've been here a long time. Please don't tarnish your own reputation by doing this, because we are going to arrest you if you try to leave here and drive your car. I promise. Like, you're going to be arrested. And that is not what we want to do.
So my husband is home.
Okay, you said he just had surgery and he can't drive, right?
I'll call Captain Gitman right now.
There's no Captain Gitman.
He's here at my phone.
Okay, well, go ahead.
There's no Captain Gitman that works for
He works for Kent City.
No, he doesn't.
Bye. Have a good day.
Well, explained it all you could.
Yeah.
Now it just sounds like they're sad, like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to arrest Ellen. Ellen, she's been at the university for over 2 decades as the school director of health. Oh man, shocks. Jeepers. And she just keeps going on about this Captain Gitman, who they don't know who that is, so I'm assuming she's barking up the wrong tree there. Maybe there is a Captain Gitman that exists there in her phone, but like, what is he gonna do? Like, no, you boys, listen. She's got my permission to drunk drive home. Stand down. Like, if they don't know who Captain Gitman is, I don't think they would respect the authority of whoever answers that phone.
It is what it is at this point.
City Police Officer. He reports to you.
That's not accurate.
It's totally accurate.
Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic...
All right, do you have all the stuff you need?
Captain Gitman, call me back. It's Ellen Glickman.
You have a lanyard on your right side under your jacket, if that's what you're looking for.
Nope. I'm looking for my office keys. You guys f***ed me up. Thank you.
Are you going to be able to call anyone for me?
No, are you?
Okay, I'll take this one.
No, you would not take my...
All right, well, right now you're under arrest.
I'm calling my husband. Stop.
Okay, just relax. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I've made my decision. You are under arrest.
I'm calling my husband.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm calling my...
This feels like someone who's probably used to bullying people to get anything she wants and just kind of steamrolling around conversations in order to come out on top. And her hardball didn't quite work here. So after quite a lengthy period of time here, she finally, at the very end, concedes, saying, "Okay, I'll call my husband. Stop." But the officers have already had enough of it at this point, because she already said she'd do that a few times and then didn't, and then tried to call the imaginary captain, fucking super sailor, whoever she was calling. So they make the decision to arrest her, because it seems like she is still going to be driving herself home, because she keeps saying she's going to.
I'm really, really sorry.
It's okay. You're walking to this car right here.
No, I'm walking to my...
You're not walking to your car. You're not driving home.
Can you please call my husband?
No.
No, I'm really... Stop this! Call my husband. Please call my husband.
Stop.
Can you call my husband right now? Right now.
You can call him when you're being booked at.
I'm not being booked.
You are.
I'm really sorry for being an asshole.
So it's not because you're being difficult. It's because you're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
You are.
No, I'm not. Please take my phone. Please take my phone.
I already have your phone.
I'm sorry for being an asshole.
It has nothing to do with that.
I'm being an asshole. Thank you so much. Sir, I've worked here 28 years. Can I speak to somebody who's worked here a long time? Because
hold on.
I've been here 28 years. Please.
Have a seat.
So they take her to the facility. She reiterates numerous times that she's worked there for 28 years, this and that, flexing her position and standing in the community for so long. Eventually, her son shows up to take her home and ensure she doesn't try and drive. She was charged with disorderly conduct, intoxication. After a plea deal in community and service, it was dropped. And you'd think that's where the story ends, but it doesn't. Because after all was said and done, and this was water under the bridge, she and her husband came back to try and argue.
I'm Lieutenant Campbell. How can I help you?
I'm Ellen Glickman. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I wanted to chat with, do you know who the officers were that night?
Yes, Officer White and Officer Womack.
So what would be the best way of chatting with them?
What kind of conversation are you wanting to have with them?
Peaceful.
Yeah. I think there was errors on both sides.
Well, I'd have to disagree on that.
You do?
So, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
They were doing their jobs. And potentially could have saved your life by not letting you drive.
Well,
if you disagree with that, that's fine.
Shut that shit down pretty quickly. Why is she coming back here to try and argue with the officers from that night? Everything had already been settled. It had actually just totally been dropped after her community and service and plea. Yet she still wants to come over and make an issue. Like, I really think that shows her general attitude and the way that she carries herself. It is someone that is so used to, like, bullying her way through life, is the impression I get from all of this. This is just like an inexplicable decision to try and come over here and now try and have further conversations with the officers from that night. Which, no doubt, were not going to be overly peaceful, because she's already pretty upset, it seems, and still a bit heated about it, saying, oh, there were errors on both sides.
So,
wasn't drunk.
I was not inebriated.
Okay. If that's fine.
You weren't there?
No, I was not there.
Okay, so there was a lot of, he was home with cancer and was post-op for about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was not intoxicated. I was sleep deprived. I had a drink. I have PTSD from y'all. My ex-husband was a cop.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff you didn't know. I was not given the opportunity to discuss. And
you were given many opportunities, and you did not take advantage of any of them.
Okay.
It is incomprehensible how she keeps doing this. So again, all of this started because she was calling 911, relentlessly about trying to get officers over there to open a fucking door for her. That's what started all this. And now, after the whole case has been done and dusted, all settled, she still goes out here and does this kind of shit again. It's so wacky. It's just so weird. And the officer did make a good point. They very realistically could have saved her life. Even if she wasn't drunk, she doesn't appear to have been in a good condition for being behind the wheel of a car in the first place. If it was sleep deprivation or whatever was causing that, it does not appear she was in a good state to be operating a vehicle. So, it is a very real chance that they saved her life there. Anyway, though, this professor was insufferably self-entitled, and I just had to yap about it after watching this Midwest safety video. That's really about it. So, yeah.